Hello, I guess I'm live. But will you replace me, Iffy? That's not nice. Oh yeah, Maren muted himself. Okay. But I suppose I'm meant to do a countdown before we start. I suppose I am. Yes, Fulton, we will need a crash counter. Like, I've been always running this from PS4 because it's sadly the only stable version for VR. Both PC and PS5 crash. The difference is that the PS5 always crashes at the same point, and I still have only managed to get past that point like once in 30 attempts. While on PC, it just arbitrarily decides when to crash. So, in case of emergency, I've prepared a bunch of saves to go back to recover the run, because I want to finish it anyway. But yeah, this is Worldie. This is going to be Megadimension Neptunia VR run. As the only estimator in the world of this game, yes, I'm the only person who likes this overview, and also the main runner for this. I will be using my specific route that makes a lot of use of Uni for you black art estimators. As soon as Maren confirms me that I can start the countdown, I will. Okay, so I'm going to do my usual countdown. Controller is fine, I have everything. So the run will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. And the run actually going to start with a VR scene anyway, so the first few minutes are not really going to be having anything. So, differently from V2, VR is meant to be a retelling of V2, and it starts with oh yeah, this should not be on screen. And it starts with War telling me, oh, you already seen these events. And sadly, the VR scenes are unskippable. It's the only thing in this game that is not skippable. So we just have to sit through them.
Yo, we meet again.
My split decided to not start either, so I'm going to start them now anyway. Hold on, just a second.
I guess this is more of a nice to meet you, huh? Either way, glad to see you're taking an interest in this dimension again. The history you create's always fascinating.
That door is weird. I've had it either happen or not happen. The famous door bug. Didn't have it happen during my practice. I'm not sure if it will during the run.
Well, don't sweat it. I've already recorded that history. You'll remember soon enough. Huh? Looks like Histoire is calling ya.
I'm going to just enjoy Histoire telling us that we already played this game as well.
Player?
Small Histoire.
I'm down here. Please,
Yeah, Blanc Dream won. It's going to be a tragedy to read it.
Goodness.
I was really hoping it was not the one who would win. Not because I hate it, I love it. But reading it without laughing is going to be a tragedy.
This world has been created from parts of your world and our
I don't even remind which is the Blanc Dream. I think it's the bottom left, but I'll check all the... I have to check all 4 anyway.
Is called the VIIR dimension. However, it seems there is still much she does not understand, as she was unable to explain anything further. This room is
like if one of the V2 runners who is very bored can check me which one is the... Yes. Which one is the Blanc Dream, so I don't have to check all 4 cutscenes.
Decided to simply refer to it as the player's room. This room may be accessed using a gate, but the
Yeah,
VIIR
they made this game to show off
dimension
VR, but the only VR thing is these little scenes here, plus the ones that are extra that you don't see during the game.
Still, it is almost like a dream that we are able to interact with the player like
Also,
this.
fun things, this is one of the places where the game likes to crash. Like, I've added soft lock in this scene once.
Find a way to speak with you directly.
That's why I even have a save at the start of the game.
Why, until recently, we've only communicated with you through the thank you for playing corner. Were you aware? I apologize. I have veered off topic. I will now explain the various commands that can be executed within the player room. First, about this object which I received from Krar. It is the historical record of your past guidance.
Yeah, I suppose it works only with the PlayStation one. They never bothered to actually make it work with the PC one.
Please, play it if you desire. Additionally, the goddesses of the
Mini
four
East is
nations
adorable.
will come to visit this player room eventually. Although, they will not unexpectedly
I'm still waiting the day we get
you will be able to
a new game for
welcome
NAP.
at a more convenient time using this object. It seems Neptune and the others have things they wish to discuss with you, and I would be quite pleased if you
Okay,
could
should
meet
be
them.
almost done. It's a
This
4
concludes
minutes
the
cutscene,
explanation
so...
of the player room. Did you understand it?
Okay, I didn't get soft lock. That's a good start.
If you ever need a more
The soft lock here happens by having the VR choice not showing.
things may become more noisy on
Now you
occasion,
just stare at his tower
but I
and start
hope you
stares
get
back at
along
you
from now
forever.
on.
Going to skip over the tutorial and start again. But the game starts exactly the same as VR. Well, the game is the same after all. Neptunia is going to, as usual, find herself into another dimension that totally never happened before. And the main difference from the regular game is the fact that the combat is different. This uses the old school Neptunia combat with AP and SPs.
It's my turn.
And enemies have a lot of hit points in the current patch of this game, so it can actually take a lot to kill some bosses, especially later.
What should I do? It's time.
A nice thing over VIIR though is that in this you get the item to break stuff right away. Well, you don't get an item at all, you just can do it, which allows me to get stuff earlier than you would in VIIR. But the stuff is different anyway, so... Going to pick up a couple consumables here and try to avoid fights. You get healed between fights in this, so tanking an encounter is not exactly a huge deal, but it's still a waste of time, so... Also, as you can see, this game has a run feature, which is actually just the model running faster. But it's basically the only way you have to outspeed encounters because there is no speed up. And there is also no way to disable the encounters like in the regular VIIR. Okay, going to meet Yuzume. So usually I have someone dies in this fight. Ideally no one dies, but the game can be a bully. I'm going to try to hit more than one person. Maybe Neptunia doesn't die this time. I'm going to kill the A so it doesn't kill Neptunia.
What should I do?
Okay, this was an actually pretty good encounter. I wish I was on actually good pace. It would have been a very good first encounter here. So, no random encounters on this for the VIIR players, especially if it was a bad relationship with random encounters.
I choose you.
I'm going to be doing the usual Nep things of trying to hide behind enemies so I cannot miss and hit harder. The start of the game doesn't really have any weird mechanic going on yet. Of course, since we are in another dimension, they don't have their CPU powers, usual Neptune stuff. You know how it works. Don't kill Uzume, thank you. Thank you for not killing Uzume.
Maybe I should heal.
Oh, just better. Okay, now Uzume can transform, but I'm going to do a little formation change here. Okay. Don't be too scared by the random long freezes. That's a thing on PC. Can't really do anything about that. For some reason, when the game has to load models in the menus on PC, it has that weird lag spike. That's a PC thing. It doesn't do it on PlayStation.
What should I do?
I'm going to bonk this guy until he dies.
Uzumi's turn. I'll nip you up. Leave it to me. What should I do?
So in this game, every enemy, including of course the player, actually always gets the guard after a turn. So ideally, sometimes I'm going to be trying to use guard break skills. But otherwise, they will always be guarding and taking less damage.
Can't we just hang out here?
Neptune conveniently starts with the guard break skill. Her cross slash always breaks, but not always, but almost always breaks. Which is nice, because Neptune is almost always around. We have the second VIIR scene. There we go. The VIIR scenes in the middle of the story basically are adult Neptune doing a nep thing and falling off there. Phew. Very well-rounded hole she made there.
I'm so sorry.
In this scene, she will be asking me to look at something, and almost always, even if I don't move, she will be saying I'm moving. She can see me in real life.
If you're not slightly above the floor, the collision programming won't register and you might end up in an alternate dimension and... Hey, calm the hell down! You could have hurt someone. Look, you're right. I should check for injuries first. Look here, please. Thank goodness.
It works.
You don't look hurt.
I didn't move this time. It's very hard to actually get to the correct...
Very nice to meet you. My name's Neptune.
Yep, she pulls a vanilla, but she lands on my bed.
This kid in the book is Krusty.
But to be fair, she pulls it twice, once here and once in the actual game, where she lands on Arfar.
I think this is the VIIR dimension.
But yeah, you can see how she literally broke the fourth wall.
But different worlds must have overlapped.
Well, the fifth, I suppose.
Sort of spatial anomaly. This is a virtual world. I don't, a spatial anomaly?
She's also very confused. Give her a slack.
On a heavenly plane too. It's one I can't even travel to. It's very possible the human over there is a guide called the Player. This is incredibly rare. Rare? If I had to guess, they're probably playing a game called Megadimension.
So the answers you give to VR scenes are actually slightly different in length. Can take 3 or 4 extra seconds. But today I feel like being an asshole to Neptune. So I'm going to be lying. Yep, not playing Megadimension.
Huh? Doesn't seem like they are. You guessed wrong, Krusty. You idiot. What are you talking about?
We got a reaction out of the player, right? I'm totally right. Oh wow, you're just so carefree around everybody, aren't ya?
This adult Nep deserves to be
Wasn't a
bullied.
compliment. I remapped the dimension's coordinates, so we better get going now.
What? Already? I guess we do have to hurry back. Oh, hey, Krusty, we can come back, right?
Can't say I'm 100% sure, but
There she goes.
I mean, you mapped it, right? We should be
If
good.
you have feet, for all your feet estimators around here.
We're heading out now. Sorry for intruding.
Bye.
Woo!
So the whole technology thing is what is basically used to determine the level of the items I will be finding and crafting. It doesn't really come into play in the speedrun. Just important for like, normal playthroughs. And I'm just going to be picking up stuff.
Like a kangaroo! Jump! Jump! Boing! Jump! Boing! Jump! Like a bunny!
Point. My FPS decided it doesn't want to have 60 here. I'm going to pick up the item I didn't pick up earlier, because I'm going to be walking this direction anyway, so... This is mainly for the eject buttons, they're going to be coming in later to save a bit of time while doing quests.
Let's try going here. Let's try going full speed ahead.
It's my favorite, one of my favorite dungeons where I tend to get lost. So I have very bad orientation sense. Go down here. Okay, I kinda want to trigger the cutscene before getting ambushed.
Wonder
Like
what's
this.
inside.
Get these stairs. Yeah, this noise is just a PC thing, where the ambient sound is pretty poor. You're going to be hearing the occasional random very noisy thing or waterfall, stuff like that. For what I understood, V2 basically has this same issue. Well, there are in some places they are on PC and Switch, they are just arbitrarily loud sounds for no reason. So for this fight, it introduces the breakable mechanic, and until I break his armor, I'm going to be doing very little damage to it, so I'm going to basically surround him and try to break his armor. But to use formation skills, I need to have the SP and AP on everyone, and one is not enough. I'm going to get the second one. Thank you, Luzume, nice.
What should I do? I'll be serious.
Should have enough, yes. Oh, I didn't break, nice.
I'll nip you all up.
Still very little hit points. I need another round.
I'll be serious.
Now, who to choose?
What should I do?
Okay, this should break it. Now I can actually kill him. If he doesn't kill me first, okay, nice.
I'm a force of fury.
The main limiter in this game to stop you from spamming items to victory is the fact everyone can only use so many items per turn.
Now,
So I can't just spam heals like you will do. Oh, that's unfortunate. Please don't kill anyone. Okay, we got the one. And now once more, kill Giga Flamon for another time. So like I'm going to be trying to be pretty conservative with healing items and trying to use Uzume and VIIR to heal more often than not. Even though Uzume doesn't have the heal yet, but she'll heal later. Another big difference from the main series is the fact the characters don't learn skills by leveling up, you actually have to train them. Like a normal JRPG. These are my stats. Unfortunately, the early game has like 4 or 5 VIIRs in a row, which is very noticeable in a speedrun because you're just going through everything super fast. Like when you're playing this game as a normal person, that doesn't really show up that much.
We made it! Hey, it worked! But looks like the coordinates shifted a little. I should fix that. Yoo-hoo!
Hello.
It's me, Neptune!
It appears our playing character fixed the damage.
I was fishing a little while ago, but I couldn't catch anything.
Also interesting, I believe that the clock on the wall actually mimics the real life time, because it's exactly 6:35 here.
Thanks for being such a sweetheart about it, player. I really am grateful.
I think Maren just read.
Party earlier, but that plan's kind of done now. I haven't eaten anything, and I'm really feeling it.
Didn't you see that line of? I don't remember. Was it in? Oh yeah, it was while you were playing that in Rebirth 2. She went like, oh, "What about the fishing minigame? You can have one."
Really? Yippee! Thanks.
She's going to take it anyway, even if I say no. So.
Isn't it? We are friends now, right? Right. All right, I'll dig right in.
I bet she says it in reverse too.
That was delicious. I'm in bliss. I've satisfied my hunger thanks to you. I think I can start fresh. Now then, I think I'll put aside.
Can I suggest a pineapple pizza?
Hunting.
Pretty sure Spectre will be very happy.
Sorry for all the hustle and bustle. I'll probably intrude again soon, so we can talk some more then. I'm gonna get going for today, though. I'll see you soon!
I'm going to be approaching an infamous boss for VIIR runners, much less for me, since she is not even close to how deadly she is in VIIR. I'm going to be fighting Dark Purple now, but luckily in VIIR she's nowhere as painful. In VIIR she is nowhere as painful as VIIR. She can make you waste a lot of time if she decides to, because one of her attacks confuses, and confused party member just skip the turn. I did. Nyan really loves it. Apparently it's a thing in Sweden. I really love it. Or so he told me. I'm going to be picking up 2 weapons in here. Like other Neptunia games, the way damage is calculated in this is very stat checking. You either have enough attack to break their defense or you don't and you do nothing. So I kinda have to update the main damage dealer weapons every so often. And I'm going to... Oh, that's very close. I'm going to pick up this. And we'll keep it before the encounters. As you can see, there is a small graphic lag every time he has to load a charter. There's nothing on PC only, it doesn't happen on PlayStation. We're going to be approaching the giant battles, which work slightly differently than from normal battles. Still the same concept, but you can only use skills in this. And let's see, going to be positioning Uzume here. He doesn't have enough SPs yet. I'm going to be keeping Neptunia to the middle because Neptunia is my healer basically. So if I want to save healing items, I need to wait for her to get to the boss. Okay, it would be nice if she doesn't Barros Uzume, since I kinda need the damage. But like, I'm going to go here, heal her, and go back to save healing items because they are very scarce at the start. Since I can only use skills, I kinda have to basically deal with skipping turns every so often. This was a bit scary since she did at the end there. All dark CPUs have DMs that hit the entire floor, so later it will just be pointless to spread out. But for this specific one, I'm still going to. Yeah, this boss is not hard in VIIR, it's just slow, because I don't exactly do a lot of damage, as you can see. Okay, now that she's at half hit points, she decided she hates Neptunia. It's not quite nice because Neptunia can heal herself and I need to move. I really love this track. You don't get to hear it a lot on VIIR because VIIR has extra soundtracks for a lot of the boss fights. I'm going to take one more rotation. Yeah, she's dead, I can't even hit her. I wanted to take one more rotation, but I don't have a space, so I'm going to take an extra. Okay. A bit slow, but we take it anyway. And we're going to take... Yeah. Reality Venus is another one you don't get to hear very often in VIIR, because they added a lot of soundtracks to this, and a lot of bosses have their own one, which was not in VIIR, which ends up having less encounters with specific cutscenes. And one funny thing is that the next form cutscene, you only hear it on some fights that have nothing to do with the next transformation, which is funny.
Hello there, I'm back yet again. I've seriously walked everywhere trying to find bugs. Man, I'm tired. Is it okay if I sit with you? Phew. New dimensions are full of bugs I've never seen before, so I never get bored. I found a big butterfly larva earlier. It had a red Y-shaped antenna.
For whatever reason, Big Nep has an obsession with capturing bugs. I do wonder if that's just a reference to like software development, which it could very well be.
And then that pupa had really sleepy-looking eyes. It was so cute that
I wish we did.
Guilty about taking it home. So
If we stole her book, then none of the events of VIIR would happen.
I'm sure.
Enough about your bug stories. Hurry and do something about these.
This is clearly a Pokemon reference, by the way.
Oh, right! I forgot!
If it isn't clear, it's a Jigglypuff seen from above.
Walked right up to me. It pulled out a mic and started singing. It sounded like Krusty. And then... Next thing I know, I woke up. Somehow I fell asleep and I saw Krusty and the pupa had been doodled on. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I even had doodles all over my face and we all just looked so silly. Isn't that hilarious? I keep cracking up just thinking.
Well, you can enjoy some more quality time with Neptune, Marin.
Oops, sorry. But honestly, if you were in that situation, wouldn't you laugh too? Right?
Yeah, in an hour we are going to be starting the Neptune story.
Of course you'd laugh.
Sounds about perfect to me.
Whoops! Looks like the bugs waiting to be discovered are calling to me. I'll be heading back out to my bug search now.
Bye. See you in approximately 5 minutes. Just when the next VR will be, more or less. So now that NetVR is depressed, we're going to be looking for video games to play. That's the first thing you do when you are lost into an alternate dimension. You look for video games. This random thing which you and VIIR do with party members just leaving and coming back between cutscenes, it's like kinda weird. It doesn't solve anything, they just leave and then come back right after. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I don't face plant into enemies. Oh. I'm mostly picking up money because I will need it to learn skills. Like, I don't actually need most of the actual items I pick up. It's really just the early money. Because you need money to learn skills, and, well... So here I'm going to, again, pick up a... Oh.
My turn.
I'm going to be trying to run away from fights, but if it doesn't work, I'm going to just kill them. Since you get healed up within fights, there's no real problem in killing them, it's just slow. Now the Neptunia also has a weapon I can keep going.
Like a kangaroo. Hey, wonder what's inside.
And healing items, obviously. And assuming I don't face plant into the mob. Okay. It's another boss where I'm going to be abusing the abusing the formation skills.
What should I do?
Because robots tend to be weak to electric, and guess what the formation skill is?
So tired.
Targets confirmed.
Let's end this.
I guess we have to do this. Ta-da! Uzumi's turn.
One small problem this game has as far as speedrunning goes is that since the stats on items...
Tenure, did you?
Yeah. The stats on some items, on all items, are random, and that includes the skill spots. Which means the menus in battle are almost never the same. You often have to, like, on the fly, change...
Opponent.
Here we have a bit of enemies. For example, this time I have 2 green on Uzume, but next time I could be having a different color. I'm not going to kill this. Oh, I can't get in range, unlucky. Okay.
Serious.
just have to kill a few enemies. And another VIIR scene is going to come up. Neptune just got kicked into our dimension, and a VIIR left behind. So here you can see another nice quirk when Neptune loaded before the portal, so you can just see her standing there behind.
So, while I was chasing after rare bugs, I stumbled onto a ton of
It's not quite as funny as the door one, but it's still nice.
And so, I wanted to show them to you. Already super curious, aren't you?
Nope, I'm not.
There's a ton I want to show you, but if I had to choose one, it's this. This game is just amazing!
Wonder what's written on it. I wish I could speak Japanese.
To solve a puzzle, you have to wait without doing anything for an hour, or you have to sing using the mic built in the controller. There's no way to beat it by playing normally. The developer got over 400 complaint calls! And on top of that, according to the producer, it was put together in an hour's talk at a cafe. All the ridiculous game design decisions were apparently thought of right there. Oopsies. Sorry, I got a little overexcited. Well then, seeing is believing, so let's try playing it right now.
Here you can see the gigantic brain of Neptune, like, there is a console, let me try to slot the cassettes in it. Despite them probably not fitting.
This is... I've never seen a console like this.
That's actually my PS5. Of course, she has never seen one, because mine is the only PS5.
This console? Would you mind if I try? You're right. It probably won't work.
It is well known that there are no other PS5 than mine.
Worst feeling in the universe when you want to play a game but you can't.
You're so dramatic. You know, what if the hardware is where you found the software? It just might work.
Nice, Krusty.
Galaxy Brain.
If the game won't work, we just have to find hardware that will play it. I'm not sure if I'll find it soon, but if I do, let's play it together. Whoops! Sorry for staying so long. I'll be leaving now. It's always so much fun with you.
I am so
I
funny.
always end up forgetting
I
the
wish real
time.
girls would tell this to me.
I'll come back soon. See you.
Goodbye now. Okay, so we're back with Neptune, the normal one. We managed to get in our own dimension and got stuck there without Neptune. So this part is made to show off one of the new mechanics that Pichu introduced, the route building, except in VIIR it's kinda there. There is like 3 or 4 routes in total to build, and they don't really, like, you build one for story and the others are for optional dungeons. But that's about it.
Can't we just hang out here? Full speed ahead!
Gearsync will make everything work. The reason you see me doing short sprints is because the bar recharges faster when it's not empty, so
What's inside?
I'm getting these ones, but I'm actually getting them to sell them. In this game you sell from the menu, so I just go here and sell them. As I was saying earlier, we kinda need money to learn skills, and that's exactly what I'll be doing now. I'm going to be getting 32-bit Mega Blade. You may have also noticed the lack of save points in this game. That's because this game auto-saves all the time. Yeah, there are a lot of things that trigger autosaves. Taking encounters, changing zone, crafting items. There's a lot of stuff that triggers autosaves. And later on I will actually be using it for safety saving.
I'll show you the power of planetary
So this boss can actually kill me if I get unlucky, because I'm with just Neptune, so I don't want him to take 2 turns in a row. So we're just using basically 1 attack and then defending, if even. Because if he takes the 2 turns in a row and does the DM, then I just get destroyed.
Who's my opponent? Let's end this. Who's my opponent? Leave
I
this to
should be able to kill him now. If I can get behind, nice.
your 10
Okay.
years too.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty scary boss because you only have Neptune. And Neptune doesn't even have a weapon, so... And apparently we're back into another VR. Luckily the next one is in like 15 minutes, because the next part is actually a bit longer. This time it loaded correctly, didn't load Neptune before it. Hello.
Hello. How have you been?
But we've met like 3 minutes ago.
About that hardware that could play those games? I couldn't find it after all. Things just don't work out sometimes. Oh, right! Just when I was getting bummed out over my hardware search, I found a skyfish! As I was hurrying after it, I almost fell off a cliff.
I do wonder what a skyfish is meant to be. Is it a fish that flies?
Squashed under you one more time. Please stop causing
But
me
she makes a
so
big
much
deal
trouble.
about it.
I know. I feel bad for not watching my surroundings, but... Oh! But you know what that means? It means I was concentrating so hard that I couldn't see around me. Concentration is a versatile trait to have in any situation. I'd prefer positive reinforcement, so I'd rather you not get so angry. Oh, and just FYI, I happen to be praised and worshipped as the goddess of concentration throughout all of game industry.
Oh, please, that's the most ridiculous lie ever.
So anyway, back to the story of me seeing a skyfish. Player, do you believe that life forms others doubt the existence of actually exist?
Nah. We are alone in the universe.
I see. So you're the type of
I have no
person
idea.
who believe.
Don't know if there is even a real life counterpart of a
If someone
skyfish.
brought it here, you'd have to believe, right? All right, I'll do my best.
Sorry, Neptunia. No aliens. We killed them all.
Now then. Break time's over, so I'll be getting back to
I should never wear
skyfish.
shoes. I haven't even checked her in-game model if she has shoes there. Probably not. I mean, walking into caves should probably not be so nice. Goodbye. Okay, now we're meant to be running away from mobs. We'll be running into a cave.
Let's do our best.
And this is very reminiscent of Bird 1. This is also your standard cave layout. That's in basically every other cave in Neptunia games.
What's this?
The reason I'm picking up these items is because I'm actually going to sell them for money as well. It's where like 90% of my late game money will come. Okay. Will come from. Hopefully I make it. I need the one near the robot. Okay.
What's this?
Okay, nice. We're going to meet a familiar face here. Good old Albor.
Don't underestimate me because I'm a CPU.
Which, differently from the Bird 1, this is a winnable fight. Very normal fight, in fact.
Time of the apocalypse.
And all I need to care is to not stack, because she has a lot of AoEs. I got some pretty obnoxious weapons, but have only a single kind of attack.
I'm no longer. Now it's over.
Okay, now Neptune will appear and just fall on the face of Alphar. So,
We make it through this.
classic, and we have Deity of Sin Alphar again. Which absolutely never seen her before.
Time of the apocalypse is now.
All right.
Of course, Nepgear is all scared of, oh my god, that is the Deity of Sin.
Into the
Ruin to all.
spiral drift.
But it's a very easy fight. You just punch her until she dies. Yeah, this is meant to be an intro fight, so nothing special. The next Alphar fight, however. Yeah, that one will be scary. I actually have to manually get here because there is no depot target yet.
I had to prepare.
And I just have to go through like a 3 million cutscenes. Sorry, no nude scene for you. We are a holy stream here. No nudes. And since Neptune is with the party, we don't get a VIIR scene here. Nice, even though this is a chapter end in theory. So now everyone is giving food to Alphar.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bon. And finally I can go to the dungeon.
Let's go. Let's do our best.
There is one of the dungeons that actually had new... Like, everyone always disliked how Idea Factory reuses dungeons all over. There is one of the dungeon layouts that was new with Ichu. It's very nice. Like, there's like 3 dungeons with this layout, and they're all slightly different. Go away. Just a bit obnoxious to travel in VIIR because you don't have the fast speed. Pick up this. And here I go to the storage. If I don't face plant into the spawning enemy. Yeah, the next one I will be going through, which is the same but reversed. So this is one part where having the early breaking skill comes nice, because you cannot go through this direction in VIIR because of the iron boxes. So you have to go all the way. But in VIIR you can break them up. So I'm going to do some menu now, because I'm going to get an autosave loading into the next area, and the next fight is actually one of the harsher of the game. So I'm going to plans. I'm going to use the plan I just got to craft these blocks, which sell for a lot of money. And this is going to be basically 90% of the money I'm going to ever use this game. So the silver block, material, bronze, here. This should be plenty of money for the entire game. I'm going to get some. I'm going to give Nepgear this, and she will need it. Now actually learn some skills. Nepgear is getting Panzerblade mainly to be able to use the counter. Counters are something that are going to be coming in very clutch later. We get this much fist. Heal. And illusory resistance. Then I'm going to change the formation with Neptunia. So I swap the formation to abuse the fact that in this game the bosses will almost always hit the 4th person in the party first, and the 4th person always gets rocked first.
Uzume's a CPU too.
So it's a way to try to deny some damage by countering.
All.
I shall go
The counter is the most important mechanic in this game, that it's extremely important for the speedrun, because it allows me to completely deny the enemy turn. Sadly for VIIR, it's extremely inconsistent, because the counters can only counter one type of skill, and she has both magic and physical skills, so it's not guaranteed that I get to counter her, and their DM, if she decides to do it, it doesn't seem she will, but she could have. Her DM can very easily wipe me out, without even trying. Which is why I'm going to have VIIR in counter stance, just in case, because since I'm not going to need it. It was a very lucky fight. If she decides to do her DM, it's a very wide AoE that almost one-shots everyone. So I have VIIR constantly in counter, hoping that she will block it, basically. Because if it goes through, probably everyone dies. I'm going to be getting 11 of this and 11 of this. So now Uzume collapsed, and I'm going to have to go fetch medicine for her.
Let's do our best.
And I need to kill 2 mini-bosses, but they're very easy. Like outside of randomly getting crit shenanigans, they're not exactly challenging. First one being just over here.
Dimension Traveler Neptune reporting for duty.
VIIR doesn't even have enough SPs to use counter turn 1 anyway, so I'm just going to transform her.
I guess we have to do this.
All right, into the specimen.
Oh, that was so close. Oh, unlucky for VIIR.
Finally.
I'm resting her because of the experience. Like, I kinda want her to get it.
Going here?
It's not going to matter later, but right now I kinda want her to get the level ups. Every little extra damage you do is nice. Here instead, the fight is basically where Dark Purple was, so it's a very long walk. You can see here, more than see, some of that audio issue I was mentioning of like occasionally very loud sounds. In this case it's waterfalls or wind. It's not exactly clear what they are. Probably water because there is a river. It's just a very loud noise that just pops out of nowhere. And this goes exactly the same as the previous one.
All right, into the.
Hopefully without the part where VIIR dies. She didn't die this time. Actually, she's still dead.
Finally.
Never mind. Low rolls today.
Maybe.
Happens. Resurrection items are not exactly a problem. They're both cheap and I'm going to have way more than I need anyway. And now we're going to have one more VIIR scene. Just to prepare us for the next fight. Yeah, the door bug. The door didn't load. That's pretty common for my runs, where there's meant to be a door there, but the game decided that I don't have a door anymore. And so Neptune stumbles upon literally nothing. I didn't have it happen on practice, but...
Oh man, I was trying to sneak in and surprise you. Oh well. been playing a retro game from
Well, Spectre, for now, I'm on time. I'm like not even a minute slower than my PB. Because I had a stupidly good R4-3 fight, so...
boss reflects attacks. It's really strong. Then, in order to beat that boss, you need to clear this tough stage where platforms disappear.
The main question will be on Keisha. Keisha and Dark Black. Those are some of the bosses that can just decide, well, now you die.
Some infinite loop. I'll get stuck in a rut if I think about it too much. I should change the topic.
Okay, learn from Neptune. Don't think. Think is bad.
Let's see. Just consider this me thinking out loud. You know, I was super anxious until Uzume woke up. Being there on the front lines with her, I should have stopped her no matter what. Thinking about that made me feel guilty. But Nepgear wouldn't give up. She made me see how ridiculous I was for being so timid. Even though she's from a different dimension, she's still my younger sister. Because of that, I realized that I had to take the lead. Alright, I'd better go make more of my special Netball V2 for Uzume. Ooh, hey! There's gonna be a huge battle, but afterwards, let's eat pudding together.
Not really. Mostly because I don't have pudding here. Nope.
Oh, I get it. In the future, you'll make a good flag crusher.
Yeah, I have no idea what this answer means. I suppose there is something incorrectly translated from Japanese there.
Thanks for listening to me.
Because that answer doesn't make any sense. Okay, now we're going to be going straight for Dark Purple, and we're going to showcase the actual counter mechanic, and now it's used on Dark CQ fights. So I actually have an important menu to do here. Either on this specific version of the route, it doesn't kill if I fail this menu, but it's an important menu. As in, Neptune needs to learn her counter. Used to be to learn all 3 counters here, but I've been learning the others before R4, so it's not a huge deal if I don't. If you don't learn the counters here, you basically just die. Because you don't have armor, you don't have weapons. The problem with the counters is that they're not guaranteed to work. So even though I have everyone countering, there is a slight chance that an attack goes through. And an attack going through is just going to chunk everyone super hard.
I shall go.
I no longer have doubts.
I shall
So the music is surprisingly quiet for this specific battle. Kind of want to heal, but I don't have the space.
To do this.
I shall go forth. Just kidding. It's Uzume's
So
turn.
at this point I don't exactly have any real damage, so it's just countering and hoping she dies.
All right.
I no longer have doubts.
My turn.
And the only one not countering is Adult Nap, because she just doesn't have counter yet.
Let's end this.
All right.
I no longer have doubts.
All right. Spiral trick.
Who's my opponent?
Inazuma attacks did almost
I
nothing.
shall go.
I'm basically leaving off the fact that she doesn't
I guess we have to do this.
get a turn. Because you saw she got only one earlier and that almost killed Uzume already. Oh, I kind of fucked up the turn.
All right. Into
I won't hold back.
it's Uzume's turn. I shall go.
I sure do like pudding.
Maybe I
Okay,
should have.
we got the first time. So this is going to be the last VR for a while. It's going to be the last VR for a while, because there is no VR scene in all of the hyperdimension section.
Hiya there. Well,
We're not going to be seeing Aldous Neptune again for at least an hour and a half. So enjoy her while she's here.
Is this a drink? This color. I don't think this is very healthy for you. Wow, I wonder what it tastes like. Let me try a sip. Here I go. Oh, I know. This is an energy drink, isn't it?
If you hear random noises, it's me stretching a bit, since this VR scene doesn't have an answer.
I drank a whole lot of juice
Just
right
stretching a
before I
little.
came here. Thanks, but I think I'll have to pass on this. That's right. Talking about energy drinks, I just remembered. You know my special Netball V2, right? That was actually made by me playing around by mixing energy drinks together. When I was still a student, we had to put on a cafe for our school culture.
So today we learned that
Neptunia
Neptune is capable of making cocktails.
I invented. It was a hit.
If you need the barwoman,
Fun to see
she's
people enjoy
your
the drink I
girl.
made. So it started as tasting and comparing energy drinks led me to analyzing their ingredients and creating my own special drink. Oh, right. That giant.
There are some absolutely awesome cookies here that I'm going to show to Spectre later, so I can envy them.
It was just water with no nutrients. Just a bit of trivia. Even as a CPU, drinking that much after a serious injury would be disastrous. Oh, but it'd be disastrous for a normal person to drink a drum full of water too, so don't do this at home. With Netball V2, though, regardless of the ingredients, everyone gets better just by thinking they're drinking something amazing. Your head might clear up when you first drink it, but you're still pushing your body in the end. Make sure not to drink too much.
Hey!
That's notable. That was my fastest Zero Dimension so far.
Sorry.
Called the marathon luck.
Your engagement today, so I better get going. I'll definitely be back, so wait for me.
Goodbye, Neptune. See you in a couple hours. So here we're going to be starting the Hyper Dimension section. And we're going to start it by getting our ass beaten into a pulp.
You say you go third.
I need to do a menu here, which again, it's not exactly round killing, but it's important to do it at this point, because I have all the CPUs together, so I don't have to learn later. I'm really only getting the counter on War and Dirt, since Neptune already has it. Now I'm going to just my ass beaten.
Are you prepared? Keep your eyes front.
And hopefully I get my ass beaten in one turn,
Alicia, do your best.
which I don't.
Let's party.
Nope. Still get
Go home and be a family man.
one turn.
Prepare yourself.
Come on, kill me.
Alicia, do your best. There's no games I haven't.
This fight is technically winnable on V2, on regular V2 if you're in New Game Plus, but you're still treated as if you lost, so kind of pointless. And this game doesn't have a New Game Plus, so you can't even do that.
I'm tired.
So everyone has forgot us. We are very sad, and we are so sad you're going on exploration.
Full speed ahead.
I'm going to be following IF, so I'm following the warrior. I'm going to find out why he's been cheating at video games. It's just going to be a very long walk. not much can be done about this. Going to be a long walk, but I'm almost there. Sadly, all the items in here are basically crafting materials, so I have absolutely no need to loot anything.
Like a kangaroo.
Now IF is finally going to join us.
You don't scare me.
And we're going to
No intention
punch
of running away.
our four.
Ruin to all. Leave this to me.
Now
It will
then,
be a somewhat
who wants to die?
chill fight.
Let's
The nice thing of IF is that she has poison,
the time of the apocalypse.
which doesn't matter much on this because it's very rare that I get it off, but it's nice for some of the later fights.
Who's the target? Fall into
The poison is very strong in this game, notably in the speedrun, less in casual playthrough.
I'm tired.
Now we're learning of the various Shahs that took over the world. The gold third, except they're four. And Neptune's gold third, Bisha, doesn't actually care of the world. It's really only here to
Do our best.
have fun. He's as lazy as Neptune.
Fine. I'll be your opponent. It's my turn.
Let's see if I pronunciation it correctly. Oh, I think it's a very... Yep, good line. So Compa, they actually did a very nice fix to Compa's moveset in this. She actually has offensive skills that don't take her 20 or 30 levels to even think of getting. I'm still not learning them, but she does. It's the only game where Compa actually has a moveset that doesn't suck. Probably because you're not really meant to be using her a lot. But it is nice that they thought of her, because Compa's main problem has always been that she doesn't really have any offensive skills, she only has heals.
Now then, who wants to die?
I'll get everyone, yes.
Who's next?
Leave this
And in this case, I'm basically using Compa's SPs mainly for the formation with IF, which is a very comfortable amount of free damage. And to spam that harder, I'm even buying SP chargers. It's basically the only part of the game where you're going to see me using SP chargers. Now we're going to meet
Can we just hang out here?
another well-acquainted enemy. Good old Warichu.
I'll try my best like Nep.
Sure will come up.
My turn. Gonna do my best. Who's next? What should I do? Ah,
I'm getting SP chargers on them, so they actually have SPs to cast.
Papa's five.
Please don't kill it.
Been waiting.
Fucking asshole.
Already.
You can see the rat is a very mean asshole.
Me.
Okay. It's difficult to actually hit him. Because he's small.
Leave this to me.
Give this to her. She will.
Can't wait, can't wait. Who's the target?
Okay, this should be enough to kill him. Very close to it.
Let's end.
Okay, I guess he's going to take a turn. Don't kill her yet.
Target. Can't wait, can't wait.
Oh, come
Who's
on.
my opponent?
Take it, rat. Oh well. I'm trying to save some of these SP items for the next fight, which is where I actually need them. But this is the mirror part of the previous plays. It's very similar, at least the top floor, but I'm going to the left this time. Perfect. Oh, I don't have enough speed to get to the edge.
Who's the target?
That's annoying.
I've been waiting.
Okay, saved. It's not a huge deal if you get random encounters, you just kill them, but it's still a waste of time, so I'd rather not. So you can see this part is really perfectly mirrored. Now I'm going to take a very small detour here, since I actually need the damage from IF and Compa. So I'm going to taking this small detour to get them weapons.
Not bad. How is it?
Oh come on, wasn't fronting away. Oh, this is a very hard encounter too. Good thing I got the escape at the first. I'm going to... No! Oh, these encounters are so...
Waiting. I'm all ready.
Empty space, of course.
Leave things to me. I'll nip you all up. Wait, cat.
Can't escape, of course.
My turn. We'll...
Okay, so yeah. Then some bad management of the running. Okay. I'm still go in front of it. Oop. Okay, so it's time to fight Stimax.
Like a kangaroo.
It's a shame we don't get to see this scene because it's very stupid and I love it. I get already SP charger myself here.
My turn.
So I'm going to move in her so she can move
I'll nip you
and transform.
all up. Can't wait, can't wait.
I don't get in range, it's a shame.
My turn.
Oh, this is annoying. He was just at the edge.
Now then.
Okay, now I can... Like, I want to break his weapon and his shield because they both reduce the damage he takes on and allow him to cast the stronger skills.
Who's the target?
Let's see if he dies to this. Yes, he does. Good. It's a shame we don't get to see the scene where he comes, with Neptune literally throwing 4 magazines at him, so he gets confused. That's fucking amazing if you ask me. Now another of these obnoxious fights. Bisha can actually kill me. It's a pretty difficult fight.
I'll defeat all of the
Yeah,
targets.
you see how much damage she did to Compa there.
Let's end this.
And I need to both try to keep everyone healed and keep everyone spread. Because I don't want her to kill 3 people at a time. You can see she has mostly AoEs. Let's see, I still have 2 SP chargers, so this is a good moment to use them. And there's also the problem that I have limited item usage,
My turn.
which means I can't actually spam healing items, as you can see. And I need to be careful with the ones I use.
I've been waiting. I'm all ready. Why?
Oh, that was so close to kill her. Mainly because the problem is that normally, as long as you have 2 characters, you can just spam revive the other.
Here I go.
But due to the fact that you have limited item usage, eventually you get to a point where you can't rest anyone. And now it... Okay, she turned on...
So much.
Why are you bullying me so much?
Done.
Okay.
I'm home.
And now I have to do one last fight. We actually get to use VIIR, just for this fight.
Battle is decided in
And
an
she's
instant.
basically
Those
going
who has-
to be our tank,
Here I go.
more or less.
Who's the target?
Who's my opponent?
And she has higher points and higher level than everyone at this moment. They're just nice that she's there.
Who wants to die? Can't wait, can't wait.
My turn. Who's my opponent?
Well, actually, this entirely just has a lot of hit points. It takes a year to kill him. I don't exactly have many options in this fight other than hit him until he dies.
Leave things to me. Who's the target?
Let's end this.
Can't wait, can't wait. I see them. I can see the enemy.
It is not a difficult fight. Mainly because I actually have 4 people. It's a pretty big deal.
My turn.
Oh, I don't. I can get the formation. I'm lucky.
It's my turn. Bisha, do your best.
Can't actually hit him. I'm too close. Unfortunate.
My turn. Fall is
Okay,
it?
we got him. And with this, we are done with the Neptunia.
I'm tired.
And we can start next one. We start what's arguably the hardest arc of the game. It was way more painful on VIIR, but VIIR is not exactly easy either. And it's home for what's probably the most infamous fight of both games, which is the Keisha fight. And it's a solo 1v1 with Noir. And like, you don't exactly have options, it's just that. And even casually, it's a very hard fight. More so in a speedrun where you're not grinding, or you're moderately under level. Back when I played VIIR casually, I got stuck there, went reading a guide, it said just level 30 and kill her with an XE. But I got no time for that. I've definitely seen the VIIR runners suffer a lot on this. As for me, well, I also do.
I'll defeat the likes of you in an instant.
So this comes to be useful the fact that they actually trained
Who should I choose?
the counters. You need to just sit here, counter, let him kill himself.
Going here?
We got last station, collapse, and get saved by Keisha. Sorry, no loot scene for you. So now we're going to be doing West Windorin again.
Going here?
We're going to be looking for Uni. We just have to basically walk all the way there again. This is also another pretty standard layout for net games. Like, there is almost always a dungeon like this. And the ones in reverse were pretty interesting because of the interesting decision about coloring. Which, don't get me wrong, gives them a bit of variety, but when you have a dungeon that's basically all completely red, strange. Oh crap.
This is just a handicap. Now, what's the
The enemies have solo hit points here, it's not even worth trying to escape, I just one-shot them if I get an encounter. Except the wolves, but the wolves die in 2 hits instead. Oh. Okay, now we are going to meet the mob. And someone who we have no idea what it is shoots him. And we have absolutely no idea what shot him.
Now it's my turn.
Double
to go on the
counter, which is
offensive.
pretty nice actually. Good to see him counter again. Yeah. So now Uni rejoins, which is very nice. Oh, let me watch this. So on paper, when on V2, in order to get the true end, you need to see the CPU dreams in these sequences, and to see them, you are meant to grind their shares, basically. However, that's luckily not necessary in V2. In V2R, you get the true end no matter what. But you can still see the dreams, they're just there. And the one I accidentally clicked was the Noir Dream. So now I need to do the quest, which is kill 6 of these. Kinda just need a bit of luck with the spawns.
You were doing it from the start.
First, finish.
It's true.
You shouldn't let your guard
That's
down.
only one, sadly.
Finish this. Target neutral.
Hopefully there is true here. I need to body scrap though. Oh, nice take.
Let's finish this.
Pretty much perfect.
Target neutralized.
Now, who's my weak?
Okay, thanks. I was getting worried. Why didn't the quest completion pop? Okay, this is where I jumped up now, which I picked up earlier. And I wouldn't have if I didn't. Okay, time to continue the story.
Let's go. Let's do our best.
To just do a very small menu. No. Okay, so let's see if I manage to not get lost, not get ambushed either. Yes. Oh, speaking of ambush.
Let's finish this.
Luckily, a pretty obnoxious one, with how many enemies there are.
It's my turn. Child's play.
Due to the how spread they were, I was not going to be able to escape anyway. And pick up a weapon from that corner. We're going to be giving the weapon to her. And the random puppet
How
thingy.
is it?
And going to be getting counter venom on Juni, which is not really going to be coming into play now because it reflects ranged skills and there's not really many of them right now, but it will come into play later. And it's my main reason for putting a lot of focus on Uni in my route. Oh, fuck, I was so close to making it.
Let's finish this. You were doomed from the start.
First, ask questions. Finish.
Then a bit of extra experience is not bad. Totally due to the fact that after every story section, the party, if they are below a specific level, they rejoin at higher level. It's kind of pointless to get any experience, basically. because it does nothing.
Strike first, ask questions later.
So this is the first instance you're going to see of me abusing poison, because it does a metric crap ton of damage.
I never miss.
And Uni is the only character in the game that can apply it, basically for
Who should I
guaranteed.
choose?
The controller is doing a bit.
Keeping a close eye on you.
Okay, shoot. You can see his hit points dropping very hard from the poison itself. And it's basically taking more damage from the poison than he is from attacks.
Down.
There we go. The arrows so far, this run has been quite lucky. Like nothing has gone wrong yet, outside of being this game. But I'm approaching Keisha, so everything that has not gone wrong until now might. But this is another fight that is obnoxious. It can go wrong. Usually it doesn't, but it can. Because it's a solo fight. So I kind of want to break his shooters first. Why you see me positioning on the sides. Because without this he can't actually use his big scary attacks. I can just face tank him.
No matter who my opponent is, I'll mow them to...
And I just let him basically kill himself.
Who should I choose?
But if you don't break the side guns, he has a ranged attack that completely disregards my counter. Since Noir's counter is for melee attacks. Okay, now we're going to be doing the first golden summit.
Let's get a move on.
And this one is the shortest too. You can see it's black because it's the Devastation Golden Summit. I really love the background music of this area. One of my favorite of the game. The same button you use for skip cutscenes, you just hold it. It's L2. Okay, now the hardest fight of the game, literally. Because Keisha has both ranged and melee attacks, so I can't really count on my counter. But due to the limited amount of items I can use, I can't just tank and heal. So I have to basically rely on counters and heal myself when I drop low. And I don't want her to get 2 turns, so I'm not going to actually attack until I actually can kill her. Because if she takes 2 turns, and 2 turns like that one, where I get no counters, I die. So my only option is to face tank her counters and then kill her. But this was probably one of the best Asia fights I've ever had. Like, honestly, one of the best I've ever had. But this is a fight that can go extremely wrong very fast, and it's much worse on Bichu.
Now let's go.
But it's the same kind of pain in Bichuar. You're basically praying that she doesn't kill you. No, she is identical. I just got lucky, literally. She's still the same, like, I have to basically play super passive and never attack, and hope I get counters. But since her XC doesn't get countered, if she does it twice, I die. There's literally nothing I can do. Or if she does it like too many turns, and I run out of healing items, I also die. And this was probably the best Keisha I've ever did. Because I got like 7 counters in a row. But I've had times where I died 7 times to this.
Target locked. Commencing
But
attack.
this enemy is a bit obnoxious, because he's immune to poison, and he takes little damage from physical attacks, and I need to break his thingy there. I can't really abuse my usual poison strats, so I'm going to paralyze him instead.
My turn to go on the offensive.
And the counter is not reliable because he has ranged attacks.
I never miss.
I'm relying on formation instead.
I'll be keeping a
The formation attacks do a lot more damage compared to regular attacks if you don't have items,
No matter who my opponent
which is why you see me using them so much, and that will be the case even later with some specific attacks.
Who's my
No matter who
opponent?
my opponent is, I'll mow them down.
Major damage.
I'll be
Major
keeping a close
damage.
eye on you.
Damage.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive.
It's almost dead. Okay, nice. I know Keisha 2, but Keisha 2 is way easier than Keisha 1 because you actually have Unitor. The only main problem is that you don't start transform. There's enough time to possibly die.
Destroy them all.
He didn't even attack. Got lucky.
Kept you
The
waiting.
strat is similar.
Not yet. I can
I'm
still
just
do
going to
this.
try and counter her, but she's deciding to bully Yuni
Who
instead.
should I choose? I'll complete the mission. Nah. Who's my opponent?
Okay, she's poisoned now. She actually is immune to paralysis. Well, not immune, but almost immune.
Learn what refined
She
battle
just resists it a ton. So it's pointless to go for the paralysis
Who's
shot.
my opponent? I wish you
I'm
luck.
just going to
There's
basically
no
count on the
enemy I
poison
can't
to do the
shoot at.
damage.
Who should I choose?
Best to heal.
Okay, the show went pretty well.
Let's go.
Okay, time for Blanc.
What a chore.
Blanc's side is a bit boring because you're only a Blanc at the start. She doesn't really have anything, she's just a big hammer to punch things. PP! And her SP regen is very low, so she also doesn't even have enough SP to spam skills.
I'll crush you. My turn.
I'm going to do 1 year.
What a wimp. I'll take credit for
Okay, now we're going to be looking for Runner,
what a
which
chore.
unfortunately I'm not going to be
Going
near.
in?
And of course, being the Nintendo-based console, there's funny amusement parks with even a funny background music. I've got lost in countless times, hopefully not today. Not count on it though.
Jump. Jump.
Boing, boing. Like obviously based on old school platformers.
Jump.
There's more cutscene here.
Jump. Jump.
Yeah, in general, both B2 and B2R were not bad games. Just a shame that they've basically been the last. Because, you know, imagine doing a new release for a series that's based on consoles when there is a new generation. Just imagine.
I'll show you the power of Louise CPU.
Now we're going to punch this turtle into submission, slowly.
I can go anytime. Who wants to get defeated?
Okay, it appears I actually got somewhat lucky with the stats on my CPU parts. As I said, the items in this game spawn always with random stats. That does include CPU parts.
The one to end this.
And one of the ones I got apparently has a +1 SP per turn, which is a very nice thing to have, especially for Blammy.
Here.
which otherwise only gets 4 or 5.
All right.
Just going to put some mobs here.
Fighting is such a waste of time.
Going to walk a little back so they start.
I'm more than enough.
See if I can kill them.
Weak.
Weak.
What a wimp.
You wanna be starting something?
You wanna be spotting something?
I'll crush you. What a wimp. My turn. What a wimp.
Wimps. I don't know, I think Blankens win.
What a chore.
So I do wonder if you can actually do
Let's do our
this
best.
on Vichu right away, because you can do this here, but I'm not sure if you can in Vichu. Oh, that's a very big dungeon. What? I put Blanc to 4 to abuse that thing where I get her to go first, basically. Please don't kill.
Bad if I don't heal.
Please don't kill the lollies. Killing lollies is bad.
It's my turn.
So Rom and Ram are going to be my biggest abusers of the formation skills, because their formation skill is super good.
Rom, help me.
Maybe. As you can see, it does a crap ton of damage. That makes up for them having basically none of them from themselves. And I will be using that formation skill a lot.
What a chore.
I'm going to refuel on items.
I'm back.
So now we're going to have that one part where we have the next XE music without the next CPUs, and it's also the only part of the run where you hear it, which is funny.
What a chore.
Because all the other fights where you're going to be using the next CPUs, they have boss music, so the music doesn't change.
My turn.
Eat that! You too.
I'll be the one. Eat that. Don't think you'll go home easy.
So I know that on Vichu you can set a specific formation for only one of these wolves to spawn. Instead of VIIR, their AI is slightly bugged, and if you sit on a corner like this, one of them doesn't act.
I can go
For
anytime.
reasons, I don't know why. It's just a thing, so I do it. I'm cheating and I'm proud of it. And so is IF.
I'll be the one to end this.
Imagine using bugs in your speedrun. How degenerate.
I'll be the one. My turn. My turn. I'll be the one to end this. Ha.
Okay. Now we're going to have Sisha join. These fights are completely free, obviously.
Easy now that you've seen.
I don't even need to try.
Fair fight. KO. I can go anytime. Eat that. Okay, are you ready? Go home and
No, Rom and Ram are going to join too.
round one.
I'm not really going to even need F, just... So.
Eat that.
Don't look down on me because
I'm
I'm
going to use the Fade Eloise to just kill them.
Let's party.
Okay. And now we're going to be heading to the second,
Well, it's your choice, I guess.
Golden Pinnacle. Which luckily Sisha is nowhere as difficult as
Well, looks like you've decided.
Keisha. It helps the fact that you actually have Rom and Ram. This one is already a bit more confusing because of all the blue coloring that, like, how can you say it? It melts with the background, and a lot of the mobs are also blue, and they can get very confusing. It was one of my premiere part to get lost, but the way is actually pretty simple. Just go over here. It's still a pretty short one, just nowhere as short as the one from oh, nice dodge there. Buffalo Station. Oh, boy. You can see these two blue enemies here meld a lot with the background. It's very easy to face plant into them if you're not paying attention. Come on. We know you're short plan. Okay, so I'm picking up these items. Nice. The twins are actually going to be doing a lot of work for me, at least until the very late in the game. Like, hopefully Sisha doesn't decide to bully the lolis. That's I kinda hope.
Are you really good enough to fight me? Who wants to get defeated? Be a wash in a rain of blood.
I can do this.
You can see it's going to be formation spam. The formation also guard breaks, which is pretty important.
I'll take you all on. It's my turn. Unskilled.
Unskilled fools! Hello, Sisha. There is a good chance she's going to turn on one of the lolis now. Hopefully she's dead the next time. Yeah, she will.
Well then, what to do?
I can kill her before the next time. Okay, nice. That was pretty clean. And with this, we're done with the Louise section. And finally, we can start the bird one.
So this is where you're going.
The bird one has a lot of mini bosses in it. You missed me cheating, Ify.
My turn.
Missed the chance to tell me I was cheating. So these enemies have a lot of magic attacks and ranged attacks, so it's kinda pointless to use counter on them.
Now, what shall I do?
Similarly, I'm trying to break his arms, which let him use the strongest skills. And then I'm just positioning myself to his sides.
Now, let us depart. Now, let us I return.
We're going to have a later conversation, get assigned the mission.
This isn't an arcade, is this? This is the one.
Now we're going to Halo Forest, one of the dungeons that's basically been into this game since the dawn of time. But we do not come here to shoot like in Halo. Again, almost all of the placed items here are crafting materials, so pointless to kill. I'm like not even 30 seconds behind my PB, so actually not on a good pace.
No longer have doubt.
I've had like ridiculously good luck. Let's put it like this. So for now, I'm definitely an estimate.
I guess we have to do this.
I was expecting a bunch of deaths to Keisha, but I got it first try, and one of the best Keisha I've ever got. I got like 7 counters in a row, something like that. Never seen that before.
All right. Who's next?
But right now I'm 10 seconds on my
So this
PB.
is where a quick rest sounds delightful.
Even before this is actually world record pace now. There's no way.
I return.
Healed, accept quest. But there is another small part where I need to actually do quests.
This isn't an arcade, is it? This is the one.
It's funny because if it was world record, you will need to get it from the VOD from the HDNMarathon. But I need to actually kill rabbits. I'm stupid. Okay, this is already not going nice. Because this has the same problem as the other quest. The amount of enemies that can spawn is random. Stupid rabbit. Come here.
You've let your guard down. Leave this to me. I'm sorry.
Only 1 and 1.
My, what a wonderful item.
Not nice. Because I need 5 and 5, and they can spawn between 1 and 3.
I wonder
I need to
what's
pick this
inside.
one.
Let's all go now,
And I'm going to need a third encounter.
What shall I do? Checkmate.
It's our chance to attack together!
I will
And one of these two.
Who's next?
This part is basically a bit of RNG, how many you get per encounter. Too nice.
What shall I do? Jump! Leap! Let's finish this quick! What should I do? Play. I will attack.
Okay, and I just need a rabbit. Say the rabbit. There is a spawn over there. Oh, I didn't ambush, but it's only one anyway. Okay, this was a bit slow, but I got them also.
So this is
So I'm going to restock on items.
I've returned.
I could technically make a single CD, but sadly the items I get are complete garbage.
This isn't an arcade, is it?
Like you only get a physical resist and that's it.
Show me
Having an hit point Regan thingy like in V2 would have been nice. I actually went to check the place where in V2 the run gets the HP region, and sadly it's not there. It's just something else in here, just crafting materials.
I guess we have to do this. It is my turn.
Well, come on, I didn't get the side thing.
I no longer have doubt. Now,
So I'm just using Neptunia as support here because she has a very old weapon. She basically doesn't do any real damage. So might as well try to fish for counters
I choose you.
and save time. If she has an old weapon, that means she does no damage.
I'll go calmly. It is my turn. I won't hold back.
Seems like he's back on Neptunia.
All right, I'll go.
Oh, do you pick up the space now?
I choose you.
It's usually very nice if the last attack he does gets countered because that prevents him from guarding. Sadly, he's always getting the last attack off, so...
I guess we have to do this.
Oh, he's not dead yet. No. Okay, he's dead now.
So this is where
So this place has a nice trick you can do, but it only works on console, it doesn't on PC. I'm going to be up. And here. So this trick you can still do on PC. You can just jump into here. Save time. Where this one, like on the console, you can jump onto the small desks, the small benches there, and it lets you jump all the way over the rail down in the room. But on PC it doesn't work. I have no idea why. It just doesn't. So, yeah, the stream is fine. I don't see any problem with the stream. And then I'm going to still do the same. Yep, I'm on estimate. I'm just like less than a minute behind my TV. Going well so far. I have no idea, honestly. I just can't do it in any way. I can do it on PS4, I can do it on PS5, it just doesn't work on PC. I spent like an hour trying to do it. I'm not sure it's the frame rate, I think they run at same. Like, I think it's 30 on both.
I no longer have doubt. I choose you. I guess we have to do this. I guess we have to do this. I choose you.
This boss always takes a year to die, because I don't have damage. Like, Bert has a starting weapon, so...
Alright, I'll go calmly.
Suddenly block and fundings cost a lot of space too. Oh, come on.
You're fit.
That's an inch.
May we head toward the game shop?
Now we're going to be doing the next...
A quick rest sounds delightful.
Okay.
This is
The last
an
Golden
arcade,
Summit.
is it?
Is the longest one. And
This isn't an arcade.
this is one of the places where I had the game. One day decided, well, you're not getting past here, and they just kept crashing on a specific pipe. So I sure hope it doesn't happen this time. So let's see, exit on the road.
Jump! Jump! Like a bunny! Jump! Jump! Like a bunny!
Like, I have a save after.
Jump!
Like, I have a save on the next part of the game just to finish the run, but it would be pretty... What the fuck am I understood? I didn't even see it.
What shall I do?
Didn't even see them. Yeah, this one is so brightly colored, it hurts. So here's a part where when I played this casually, I got stuck in here for at least an hour because I couldn't figure this pattern.
Leap! Jump! Jump! Jump!
But I played on V2, of course, because I played V2 first.
Leap! Jump! Jump! Leap! Jump!
Like, you have to do this jump,
Leap!
and it's not obvious. You have to do this specific jump to go forward.
Like a bunny!
I thought it was just a big jump I couldn't do. And I spent like half an hour in the bottom part. So this is actually an art fight, the one that's coming with against other Neptune. So this can actually be... She can actually kill me if she decides.
Alright, I will attack.
Because she has a lot of AoEs. You can arbitrarily decide, well, now you die.
Now, what shall I
Well,
do?
on one side, I want to keep them together in order to be able to rely on Neptuna's counter.
I choose you.
But at the same time, I don't, because I don't want them to get AoE to death. So I'm going to play safe and keep them separated.
I no longer have doubt. Now, what shall I do?
Finally!
Alright, I'll go calmly.
And since most of her attacks are ranged,
I shall go forth!
it's not even guaranteed that I get the counter to go off.
I no longer have doubt. It is my turn.
Alright, into the
It is
specimen.
my turn. no longer have doubts.
My eyes are spinning everywhere.
Okay, so far it's going fine. Please don't kill Neptunia. Look very nice of you if you don't kill her.
Eyes are spinning everywhere.
Okay. So this next fight is where I just, on practice, the game decided you're not getting past this and crashed something like 7 times. We're going to see if it's the case today or not.
It's my turn.
It's time for his muscles.
Be entranced by my
Also, one of the few fights you get where you get to your will be Venice.
I
And
no
they
longer
have decided that we are not getting counters this fight. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please continue. So I kind of want to hit both of them, but they are a bit too far.
All right. I'll go calmly.
be entranced by my muscles.
Here I go.
Are you being entrenched by his muscles?
I shouldn't push myself too much.
It is my turn.
Okay. All right. I'll go calmly.
Be entranced by my
Please don't kill.
I won't
I
hold
think that was a bit too close for comfort. Are you looking at his muscles? Giant muscles.
I won't hold back. Dear.
I choose you.
Okay, she's dead.
You're
Okay.
finished. We
The game decided we are getting through this. Thank you, game. Unfortunately, he has to abandon his muscles for this. Okay. There is another stupid area. It's such a huge labyrinth. Like, I kinda remember it off memory by now. Emphasis on kinda. But there is another super confusing one, and the coloring doesn't exactly help. Is it because it hurts my fucking eyes? Plus, like in the previous one, you also have to do a big jump, which is this. Like, you have to do this specific jump here.
I wonder what's inside.
Vert is finally getting a new weapon.
How is it?
And now we got Estra, which usually is not an hard fight. Emphasis on usually. There is a fight where counters are pointless. She has a lot of ranged attacks, so I'm not even going to bother.
Prepare yourself. I choose you.
I guess we have to do this.
Enough boasting.
But the only one who gets a ranged counter this early is Uni.
I will never be
Yeah.
a memory.
I don't have Uni, so
Now,
you have to sit on a
what
counter
shall I
just
do?
for the sake of it.
Keep your eyes
Wait,
front.
we got one.
I
I'll
won't
watch
hold
the
back.
rear.
Only one, but still one.
Enough boasting.
Phew.
Come at me. Prepare yourself. I
Oh,
choose
that one
you.
is actually a saving her.
All right.
Okay, heal yourself now.
I will never be a memory. It is my turn.
He's really hating on Neptunia. When they do that animation,
Hold back.
when they do the 50% animation, usually they also swap target.
Enough boasting.
All right.
Come
I'll
at
go
me.
calmly.
Now, what shall I do?
I no longer have doubts.
I'm going to be playing this safe and actually healing myself. Because you never know.
This is Isha's body. I choose you.
I have just enough for information. Okay, she's almost dead. Almost.
This is Isha's body.
And this should be enough. Okay.
So. Now,
returned.
Okay, now we're going to have the first VIIR in quite a while, because we're done with all the CPU parts. I'm actually on par with my PB, no. I do not expect to world record this. I will need to be 1 minute ahead to world record, so.
Yoo-hoo! It's been a while. How have you been? I haven't been here in a while, huh? I almost feel a little bit embarrassed. Phew! I can finally
No, the door wasn't there on the cutscene where it bugs. It actually wasn't there.
I joined an
Yeah, it did return, but it wasn't there earlier,
Members are
1 VIIR
all
ago.
really interesting. They've all got super unique
We did get the door bug.
personalities.
Sadly, you were sleeping, so you missed it.
Seems like the epitome of dignity, and at first glance, he seems stubborn and hard to get close to. But he loves busty
If you
blondes
check the
and
VOD, you can see the
talks
door was not there.
when the subject comes up.
We also had a second mini glitch where Neptune loaded before the portal, so she was just standing there for a second in the motion to jump to the portal. That was a new one, and I didn't have that before.
There's one other person who's also a robot. And he's a ninja! I couldn't help getting excited, and I tried to talk to him by yelling, "Hi! Ninja, why?" It looks like he's not very good at talking to girls, so the conversation went nowhere. He seems really skilled, though, so I wanted to learn some cool ninjutsu from him. Oh, I know! If he's not good with girls, maybe I could disguise myself as a guy. What do you think?
Yep. I don't want Rule 34 Neptune. Please don't.
Maybe if he dresses up as a girl. I should get away from disguises entirely?
To be fair, one would actually think that.
Oh man, it's already this time? I have to put that girl back in my book. Sorry for suddenly barging in again. I hope you'll still let me visit after this. Oh, that's right. Here, as thanks for talking with me, it's a
Still wonder what's in that.
for you.
What? Did you see the animation? It was behind the hand.
Just kidding.
That one I didn't see before.
All right, bye-bye. I'll be back.
Excellent fort. Okay, now I have to do a bit of picking up people.
I choose you. Let's try going here.
Inbox.
Can't we just hang out here?
Neptune is going to be bullied into traveling over the sea. Funny. She was like, I actually have to travel.
I choose you.
Okay, let me set the formation here. So I need remove F and compa, I can click. Then Noir, Blanc, then I put VIIR here, VIIR here, from RAM, and oh, that was stupid. And final this. Okay. Then shopping. I didn't actually use any, which is nice. That's pretty rare. Okay, then I can continue. Oh yeah, I need to buy... I'm going to be buying these items for later. They are safety items, basically. They're going to basically save me. It's a bit of a shame for the root building, honestly, because it was an interesting idea, just doesn't exist basically on this.
Full speed
I said it at the start, I'm the only VIIR estimator. I'm the only one who actually prefers this over VIIR. So let's see if I actually manage to not get lost in here. This specific dungeon layout is, well, this kind of dungeon, let's say, is my nemesis. Like, I have a very hard time orientation in these dungeons. But to be fair, the main reason for which I prefer VIIR is the combat system, because at least it's different. It's not the same as every other game.
Now, let's go!
Okay, so my plan for this is to formation into that. Problem is, I kinda need to actually get there. He has a lot of strong ranged abilities. Okay, breaking the thingy as before.
I'll end this gracefully.
Also, Uni got rooted, which is fine, kinda. I'm going to put her in defense for now. Don't bully Loli.
Keeping a
Stop.
close eye on you.
There is the first time I'm going to be abusing the poison properly. The first and not really the last. Okay, do we have range for this? I'm going to move in myself so I can actually... Oh yeah, you don't get the defense tonight.
What should I do?
Oh no, slightly here, yes. Out of his piece. Stop! Stop bully! Leave the lolly.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
Paralysis is a very nice stat because it makes it skip like 3 turns.
Okay, I'll do
And since the AP and SP cap, even for enemies, like, there's only so many attacks you can do in a turn anyway. And he decided to do them in Neptunia too, so I'm going to be keeping both Neptunia and Uni in counter, because if he does his DM hurts. Like, the candidates, especially Rom and Ram, are not exactly the tankiest members in this game. And so I want to make sure to have every possibility for the DM to not go off.
Who will fight me first? I can do this!
But it didn't go off anyway, it's just that. If you remove the cutscenes, this will be way faster than VIIR, honestly. Like, the main problem is how long the VR scenes are and the fact they're unskippable. It will be here, then here it is. Oh, come on.
What should I do?
Here we go.
Who should I target? Don't think bad of me!
So it's time for Actimoyas. And Actimoyas is another fight that has a specific design, and I'm going to ignore it completely. Yes, the design of this fight will be break his back or use magic attacks. And I'm going to do, you know, I don't care. I'm just going to poison you and then let Roman Ram do everything.
I'll take you all
If he doesn't bully them.
It's my turn!
Of course, the magic attack from Roman Ram is nice.
There's no
But not really because it's a magic attack, it's because it actually does damage compared to everything else I have.
enemy I can't shoot down.
So similarly as before, I'm going to be in counter stance every time possible. Because of his DM. Like, his DM hurts.
Me first!
And I want absolutely nothing to do with it.
What should I do?
Plus the DM also applies a ton of paralysis. And getting one DM is not a big deal. I still leave it. The second one probably either one shots, especially Rom and Ram, or even if they don't die, they get paralyzed, which is the same basically. But you basically end up skipping.
I never miss.
You're basically talking about New Game Plus.
I'll make you the rough
No, no! Bully!
Take you all on.
Bad Afimoyos.
I'll go
Bully.
calmly. Here.
Don't bully.
Nah. Who's my opponent?
It's my turn.
He decided he hates her. Now he's going to be a Neptunia though. That's fine, you can bully Neptunia. She's there for that.
I'm all ready.
Place myself here. It's
It's
fine.
my turn.
I'll be
I'm
keeping
going
a
to be trying to poison him. It didn't land, which is a bit unfortunate. And I want to still be in counter, so... Poison not land. There's the DM. Like, if that one went through, that was a big problem. So you can see why I bought the face slappers, because of that. Didn't exactly want to have Neptunia skipping turns.
I'll be keeping a
I no longer have doubt.
Yeah, that was the DM going off, and you see how much damage and how much paralysis rate it applied. The point I'm actually going to use her turn to heal, basically. Because if another one goes through, then everyone dies. Speaking of,
Now then, what to do?
and this is a pretty bad situation now, because I don't have healing items, I can't use any other healing on this. Yeah, you can see how this escalated super fast.
I can't believe it.
That escalated extremely fast. Neither of the counters got through, sadly, so...
Looks strong.
But it's fine, this run has been extremely lucky so far. It was going to come back at some point.
Okay, I'll do this.
And I said 1 DM, okay, 2 DMs, it's already a problem, 3 in that case, not quite something I can survive. And he is going to be bowling
I'll take you
Rom
all
again,
on.
so...
I can do this.
Yeah, he's actually targeting her, so can't even prevent him from hitting her.
All right, I'll go.
Can only really heal her. I'm going to try and sit on top of her, so that sounded wrong. I'm going to try and sit on top of her, so maybe I get a counter off.
There's no enemy I can't shoot down.
I got 1 out of 3, that is something.
I won't hold back. It's my turn.
I'm going to go all the way out around because Neptunia is fat.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
I'll take you all on. What should I do?
That is from there.
I guess we have to do.
And to heal you and heal. Can I get engages? You and counter
I
again.
never miss.
Going to paralyze him so I have time to recover the space.
Who will fight me first?
So he's going to get a turn before Uni, which is not
I
nice.
no longer have doubt. I can
Okay,
do
this is fine.
There's no enemy I
Going to
can't.
poison him. You can see how much damage just the poison does. It's almost half of his hit points.
I won't hold back. What should I do?
That's one of the many instances where like, the poisoning is all the work.
I'll be keeping
And
a
he should be
close
die
eye
with the
on you.
poison. No, he just died anyway. Okay, introduction to the XC form.
I'll go.
Now for the following fight, I'm just going to do exactly the same. But first, I'm going to basically abuse the fact that I have the CPUs.
Who wants to get defeated?
I'm going to wait 1 turn for this.
Who's my opponent?
So I'm going to... Oh, she doesn't have mana. Nice.
What Watch and learn what refined battle
You got a
tactics
shield?
look like.
Imagine having mana.
Go anytime.
Do you? Yes. I'm going to abuse the fact that I learned button patch like 3 years ago.
I'll make you the rough on
My turn.
I'm going to also heal that confusion. And that's a very important mechanic for if you're playing casually. That you can basically swap turn for free. It only costs 20 SPs and it basically lets you take 2 turns at
Turn to go on
once.
the offensive.
And then basically using it to get a free next XC and then swap to the candidates who are the ones who actually do damage. And I can see it's again angry at Ram.
Choose you.
I'm going to Infinite Spear as well.
I'll handle this.
And back on Uni. And now the fight is exactly the same as before. Just going to poison in and go in counter mode.
Who shall I
I no
start?
longer have doubts.
Except the party decided is bringing the twins again.
I'll make you the
This bullying needs to stop.
I never miss.
Oh, I kinda messed it up. Not yam, not yam,
I
thank
guess
you.
we have to do this.
Well, that did absolutely nothing, that's notable.
I'm all ready.
There's a problem with not having any weapon. Like, if you saw that, the XC from Neptunia did literally nothing.
Okay, I'll do this.
And why I have to use these kind of cheese strats with formation and all. Because everything else does
I no
fucking
longer
nothing.
have doubts. Now it's over.
Hey, we won. They sure do, considering that the Japanese version of this is way faster. Okay, we're done with
I'm home.
the next XC part, and we have one more VR coming. Yeah, I don't know why that's the thing, but on the original Japanese patch, the bosses have way lower hit points. Like way lower. In fight stakes. Yep.
Phew. I think I managed to shake them.
I'm not sure why they changed it like that.
What? This place is... Oh, oh, hey. Yeah, I just came from an amusement park. When I was trying to decide to ride the roller coaster or not, I saw a really strange man with a suspicious aura walk by. My buggy senses were tingling, and I thought there might be some rare
I love the
insect
surprising
going down,
face.
so I
It's amazing.
shadowed him. I happened to see a dangerous smuggling deal. It didn't have anything to do with rare bugs, so I started to leave the scene, but then a huge guy just attacked me. So, I had to run for my life. If they would have caught me, I might have been given some suspicious drink that would have shrunk my body or something.
You're not good at telling lies.
That was so spooky. Sorry. You can tell I'm lying, huh? But I'm the only one who can do what I'm doing right now. I won't cause you trouble, but I'd be happy if you didn't ask too many questions, okay?
I didn't want to know anyway.
I knew I could trust you. Thanks for understanding. I'll make sure the next VR event goes more normally. Now then, so much happening today. I'd better head back. Sorry I'm always scrambling around. I'll come visit when things have settled.
Now we are in the finale. Especially the part where I get lost again. So I'm going to be heading for one of the most boring fights of the game. These labyrinths are a bit of a pain because they are so stupidly long. And, well, they are labyrinths. I mean, I could do that. It's just pointless because I'm trying to avoid the encounters in first place. So the original route used to pick up the weapon I just passed, that one into the deviation there, but I changed it and I'm not really picking up that one anymore, which saves time. Oh! Saved. Oh, the overworld ones, yeah. Well, I mean, I have to sit through the cutscenes though. The VIIR ones. So Bert is actually getting a weapon because Bert will actually be doing damage. Not here though. This fight is going to be as boring as it can possibly get. Because you don't exactly have a bullet here, I'm just going to go next 4, stall until I get pissed off. I'm going to go next form, stall until I get the next XC, use it, repeat. There's not going to be anything elaborate. It's pointless to use counters, takes too much to... It delays the damage far too much. Why does he always decide to nuke Neptune? I will never understand that. It doesn't matter who I put on the last spot, he always goes on Neptune.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive. Leave this to me.
I'll crush you.
It's actually not its own team. R4 also has this team. There's exactly the same team. But yeah, this is kind of a boss and it's super tanky. There's nothing really special to it other than just spamming next XC. It would be nice if he doesn't kill Neptune. I don't even care if a CPU dies here because they're going to be gone after.
Should I fight? Who should I choose?
Okay, this one is done. Alright. I need to do this very small menu here. So the gold third fights are not in guard, they're just a bit boring. The only one that can really kill me is Bisha, because I cannot really rely on counters for her.
I'm more than enough for you.
Main problem is that the candidates are super squishy, especially and speaking of squishy, that's what I meant. Not fucking deleted. Straight up deleted. And not only they are squishy, but they also don't start transform, so they're even more squishy.
Bisha, do your best. I'll take you all on.
That sounds very wrong, Ram. You're too small for that.
I never miss.
The good thing is that they can be poisoned,
All right.
so that kinda helps.
I see them. I can see the enemy.
Nepgear didn't have it much better there. They all resist paralysis though, which is a bit of a shame.
I'm all ready. It's my turn. Yay!
It would be funny to use the 4 candidates combo, but it's also pointless because it does nothing.
Let's go.
So unfortunately I'm not really going to use the gold third, picking them up but then I'm not using them. Like I will add them in the party for safety later, but they're just an extra.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Let's try our best.
Hey, she didn't delete Lolis.
Target.
Thank you for letting the Lolis live.
That one's the next.
Also, I believe this is the last fight where you get to hear It Will Be Venus. Because all the next ones have boss musics.
I shouldn't push myself too much.
I'll complete the mission.
I never miss.
A cornered fox.
I'm all
is
ready.
I never miss, except on good runs, I heard.
You're such a...
But funnily, Uni cannot really miss in VR,
For a bit.
which is nice. I don't think you can actually miss Venom shot and Alice shot in this.
I'll show you that I'm capable too.
But from knowledge, I can't exactly say the same about Vichu.
Let's have a fair fight. It's my turn. Now let's go.
It's interesting that despite them actually having their own portrait, the Shahs still have their race model in battle.
Are you ready?
Wow,
Go home.
that was bowling.
I'm all ready.
VIIR did deserve it. That was a lot of damage.
What should I do?
Have you considered not dying?
Is it alright if I no longer have doubts? I messed up a bit.
I do what I
Okay, only one left.
Here? I have to prepare properly. It doesn't matter who you are. I'll fight to the fullest.
Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
I still always try to get the counter at the start, it saves healing. Of course, having all four candidates make them way easier than when you actually meet them in the story.
Prepare yourself.
I can
Well,
do
that
this.
wasn't even close.
I'll take you all on.
I never miss.
I shouldn't push myself too much.
This is Isha's body.
Can you not?
There's
No
can't
enemy.
push
I
it.
All right, I'll go calmly. Okay,
Think I'd be
I'll
good
do
this
this.
far.
Yay!
Okay, got all the shots, and it's time to actually add to our dimension.
Let's go. I'm home. Let's go.
I'm going to meet Yusuma again.
I'm home. Going
Oh,
here.
I'm stupid. Was a misclick.
Going here. I'm home.
Well, they keep introducing new features, so like this is when they introduce dimension traveling. So,
Here.
can I actually click the correct thing once?
Going here.
Okay,
Going here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the dungeon.
another one of these dungeons, but this one is actually way very fast, even though it's actually not small. Like, since we already have super jump, we can basically skip around most of the dungeon. It's like, this seems super complicated, but the exit is right there. So either jump over it. I'm looting these ones for later. Don't need them now, but I will later. And this fight will go exactly like the Sha fights. Like, it's exactly the same plan. Except the part where he decided to run to die.
Wait just a second. Let's finish this.
Oh, I kinda actually have to heal Ram before he kills her. Oh, he decided to go for Neptunia. Never mind.
What should I do? Now then, what to do?
I constantly need to reposition the twins for the combo, since the enemies love to move around. Like, whenever possible, they will try to flank or attack from behind.
Who's my opponent?
And this one has a lot of hit points, as you can see.
I no longer have doubts. Okay, I'll do this. Who will fight me first?
There's no enemy I can't shoot down.
I guess we have to do this.
I never miss.
I can do this. Now then, what to do?
He's almost dead.
I'll go
Almost.
I'll be keeping a close eye.
Probably the paralysis didn't land, so he's still going to be getting that turn.
It's my turn.
Oh, I can cast it once, just to show how little damage it will do. Almost the same as the other one, but it takes 404.
I never miss.
Paralysis? That's... he's basically going to die anyway.
Now then, what to do?
Here
Okay,
and
I'll
here.
do this. I did it!
Okay, onward to the last VR scene of the game. So we're going to run into Adult Nep again, so... And this is the last one we get. Everything else is going to be regular scenes.
Hey, look at this! I happened to stumble into a world where monsters that looked like they were drawn on cards came to life. There, I met this sinister-looking guy who had a really suspicious laugh. Even though we just met, he said some pretty rude stuff to me when he told me to get out. Then, out of nowhere, a super tough-looking bug just appeared right behind him. It was huge! I've never seen such a crazy bug before. I was really excited about it. I just acted on instinct and put that bug in my Nep note before even realizing it. Then that guy burst into tears, and I felt so bad about it, so I was gonna return it to him. But then Krusty warped us through dimensions. And so, I couldn't give him back the bug in the end.
But this is not a Pokemon reference, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Awkward expression you were making, you know? Besides, he's the one who picked a fight. Don't worry about it.
But still, it doesn't feel right. So then, when I looked at the bug in my book, for some reason it was a card.
Boys, vote for Noir. I can't because if I tab out, the game pauses.
To summon, so I'll just use it as a bookmark for the Nep note. By the way, today I actually wanted to ask for your help.
Yeah, that was meant to be a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Consumed by a tremendous sense of revenge.
That was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. She even says it takes too many turns to summon.
See if I could stop her, but nothing's worked at all. I thought she'd eventually stop if I just kept.
She's making a reference to the Moth Queen or whatever the card is called in. Yeah, that one.
I'm not sure if I should keep it up. I want you to be honest with me, but is
See, IF is a man of
working
culture.
wrong?
Sounds like a filthy blue eyes player. Well, say no. Okay, we're saying yes. Fuck this game.
I see. I guess it's true that if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, I shouldn't keep doing it.
You didn't want me to say no.
Thanks for being straight with me. I'm glad I asked you.
Yep, the clock is actually on my time. It's indeed almost 9. Did you hear? It's almost 9. You have to go away now. Yep. Oh, she's meant to be talking here, but that didn't load. I had this happen once. I hope it doesn't actually bug out. Well, that went well.
I knew asking you for help was a good idea.
That's an interesting.
Up in no time. Oopsies. Looks like
This was interesting.
I'd better get going.
I never had this one before. I actually had the delayed audio once, but it didn't ever go for this long. Very well. Great port.
Going here?
Someone go find me which one is the Blanc Dream since I have to read it. I'm fucking dead. Okay, let's go for the stupid Agabi, the second hardest boss of the game. As long as I actually get there. Top left of the bottom 2. Okay, we'll still just for safety check them all. But... I need to go over here. Yeah, this is one of the dungeons where I used to get stuck in a lot because it's so awkward. I believe I'm on the correct path. So... Nope. I need to pick up this. This is my variation of on the run, actually giving Juni a weapon. What the fuck? What was that sound? Game, please. You don't have enough space to run out, do I? No. Can I get out of this? Someone give that clip to Zfresh for magazine. It could be. This fight is pain. This fight is the most painful of the game. It's not hard, but it's painful. So, weapon for Uni.
Good taste.
Skills. Neptunia. Fight 5. Offensive cheer. I'm going to get Hyperial this time just to be safe since we are in the middle of a... since I'm already delayed, so you need like 5. We need Baton Touch, Resurrection, and of course Yumi of Heaven, because we need to... No, the split path is not there, or rather, it's there, but in VIIR you have to play both. I think it trained everything. Your development is shared. Yep, you play both.
Target locked. Commencing attack.
Okay, so this fight is stupid. there's no real fast way to kill her,
It's Uzume's turn.
other than basically face planting her.
Who's this?
And her DM is super scary.
Keeping a close eye.
So I'm basically relying on the usual poison from Uni, but the problem is that she also resists poison.
Let's nip
So sometimes it doesn't even land.
Ta-da! Uzume's turn. Here I
The time of the apocalypse
All
is
right,
now.
I'll go calmly.
Who's my opponent?
Ruin to all.
All right. Into the
As you can see, she's already bullying me.
so
I have a few detoxins, but realistically speaking, it's like I use them because I had them.
Now.
But other than that, it's basically pointless to buy some because she reapplies it all the time.
Ruin
So
to
basically a
all.
waste of time to use it after the first few times.
The time of the apocalypse is now.
Okay, I'm just going to use the ones I have. It's really useless to... The reason for making both required, probably, is because since this doesn't have a New Game Plus, you probably will not end up seeing the other one if you were a normal player.
The apocalypse is
I'll go
now.
calmly.
So it kinda makes sense that they made both.
so tired.
By the way, buff tutorial.
I'll be keeping a
This doesn't
close
tell you
eye on
Plus.
you.
Ruin to all.
Who's my opponent?
It actually has post-game though, which is nice.
I won't hold back.
Finally. It's Uzume's turn.
The time of the
Not a single
apocalypse
counter.
is now.
I shall go forth.
Ruin to
Oh,
all.
that
I'll
one.
be keeping a close eye on you.
Spiral Dream. Here's a hint.
The time of the apocalypse
no longer
is
have doubt.
now.
This fight can go for so long because of how slow she goes down.
Ruin
She has a
to all.
ton of hit points. I don't actually have weapons on anyone except Uni. So Uni is the only one who actually does any sort of damage.
The time of the
Goodbye, Uzume. Goodbye, Neptune.
All right, I'll go calmly.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
The time of the apocalypse
I'm a force of
is
fury.
now.
Finally.
In this case, the problem is that no one has weapons here except Uni. So they do no damage,
I
and
no longer have
you know how
doubt.
many points they tend to have in this game. And any weapon except Uni's is stupidly out of the way, so it's no point in going to get them. So my only real damage is poisoning her, and that's not always a possibility either.
Let's nip things up.
Ruin to all.
I no longer have
So I'm basically sitting here relying on counters to actually go off to negate her turns.
I never miss.
And of course Uni doing Uni things.
Time of the apocalypse.
Goodbye.
Never miss.
This will not be my end.
Tired.
Unironically, the only reason for which I get revive on Uzume is because it's very easy to run out of healing items in this.
Who's my opponent?
All right. Into the specimen.
So the easiest way out is to actually have a revive spell.
doubt.
This will not be my end.
Go on.
Because it shouldn't never come into play, but it can in this fight, because this fight is stupid. But I kinda won anyway.
Let's
So she's going to die to the poison tick, very likely.
I guess we have to do this.
It won't, but it was pain, as usual. No, Dark Black is... Their block is not hard, but you're going to see her now. So.
I'm home!
I've actually copied your strat, because the original...
Let's go!
No wait, it was meant to converse. I'm stupid.
Here?
I missed a small detail. Yes.
Let's go! I had to prepare properly.
It's not there yet. Okay, so this one is Neptune, I believe. It's that part of the run. Yeah, it is Neptune's. This is Noir's, I think. Yep. Okay, so it should be the left one. So you said it should be the one on the left, yes.
Going here?
Okay, let me prepare my best Blanc impression.
Let's go!
Going to find out soon. No, this is the inbox. The last one.
Let's go!
There it is. So, huh, what? Why are we suddenly lowy? Do you know why, Ron? It might be Blanc's dream. That means we can find out what kind of dream Blanc's having. I wonder what it is. I'm pretty curious about this too. Goodness, not you too, Sisha. Since we're here, just a glance is fine, right? Just a little one. Yes, it's that one. Where's the whole important Blondie? Did you call me? Ah, there she is. Do you have some business with me? What's with that loop? Blanc's chest is really huge. Her figure's so developed, I think I'll share my plummet considering her supporters probably don't agree with this loot. Even I am astonished by this. The power of dreams is to be feared. Why do you all look so surprised? Is there something on my face? But Blanc's breast is giggling. Idris Ram, what are you saying? My breasts are always giggling. They are this huge, after all. Haven't you called it that, Blanc? I think Vert is a little more covered up there than you are. Not at all. In fact, it's almost too warm. I know, maybe I should change it to something a little more revealing. Don't you think my charming Aurora will be more accessible that way? I think any further than this is not really the best to show young children. Am I sensing a bit of jealousy? A thin and flattening waist, a large and round bottom, and breasts that will make every bear cry. Aren't I the ideal woman? They say heaven never gives gifts twice, but as one who's had Trioka forgive, do you think I'm cheating a little bit? So Blanc worries were about their chest and figure after all? Even this is kind of a projection of Blanny's inner self. She kinda pisses me off. I might just end up punching her. I don't blame you, she seems to be getting a little carried away now. That was wholly unexpected. I hate this Blanc. Oh, what's wrong? Your personality is really mean after you got a bigger chest. I like my small chest, but my kind sister more. I like our smaller sister too. I'm sure your big boobs are the cause. Let's pop them with this needle, Ron. Just like a balloon, we'll pop them. Wait, Ron? That's dangerous. Hurry and put it away. No! We'll poke these bad boobs. Don't do it, you two. Throw away the dangerous thing already. When I say no, I mean no. Hey, let me go, you dummy. Blanc, hurry around now. I owe you, Neptunia. That was close, goodness. It's dangerous to point these things at people. But it's totally Chess' fault that she got such a horrible personality. But yeah, just by eliminating someone's complex, one personality can change so drastically. That's awful. What we'll do if Blanc Chat is getting bigger while she's captured? We have to save her before they get big. We can't stay like this. Let's hurry and save her on. Yeah! These two left with a terrible misunderstanding, didn't they? We'll have to clear it up properly afterwards, otherwise Blanc might get stabbed with needles. This without laughing is so... I was so hoping we will not get this one, but you guys hate me, so... Okay, let's head to the corrupted cities.
Okay then, let's go.
Yeah, I'm actually meant to fix the formation. So Neptunia, Uzume, Ram Uni, and Ram. Yeah. I'm going to just have the ones for safety. I'm not really going to use them. I want them to have them just in case shit it's the fun. Thank you, thank you. We have the last spot. Uni, no, we won't. We want Uni, we won't. Here. So heading on the Corrupted CPU fight, which is one of the fights that is significantly easier on VIIR than V2. Notably, especially if you're playing casually, you can just abuse the double turn, and the fight is extremely easy. I'm not going to, because like my back row has even less damage than the front row, so it's kind of pointless. Am I on the right way? Yes. And I need to turn right. Yes. No need to take the first. And then the second. The main annoyances of these dungeons, specific dungeons, is they're so needlessly long. Especially the next one. Okay, this is almost over as well. Okay. It's a very comfy music. Oh, I talked about that. What's the next one? You might be laughing, but I actually have directions written because it's very easy to get lost. So I'm actually going to take a safety save, so to say, by taking a fights. By taking a fight, the game auto-saves, so... Then this fight can go wrong. It shouldn't, but it can. So having a save right here saves me from having to run all the way if I die. I mean, after like 20 rounds, I kinda reminded by now. It's only like specific turns. You get to your last Venus at least here, so... So the main difficulty of this fight is the fact that the CPUs can just arbitrarily decide to go spam their XCs. Goodbye, Ram. Ram is dead. Very dead. And like, counters are not really... Well, I mean, in some way you don't have the map, that's a bit of a problem. So the main idea is to win by poison, basically. They want to kill Neptune and Noir first since they have the biggest AoEs.
End this.
Stop.
Now then, what to do?
That's not nice. I'm using Ram specifically because she has AoEs, so I can at least try to nuke more than one at the same time.
Who should I choose? I won't hold back.
If you didn't know, she won't hold back. Since Yuni is the damage dealer here. Pretty sure Ram is going to die again.
I choose you.
Yep, saved.
I'll be the one to
Yep.
end this.
Spoke too soon.
So tired.
Revives 4, I can use one.
Nah. Who's my opponent?
I need to get the poison on Black Arthur, so she starts dying.
No matter who.
Stop bullying Ram!
What shall I do? Shouldn't push myself too much.
This is kind of awkward.
Here.
Can you please stop bullying Ram?
Who's my opponent? I can go. Eat that.
Wow, that was a one-shot! Poor, you killed your sister!
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
Don't look down on me because I'm small.
Now it's my turn to go on the
At
offensive.
least I got a few lucky
I can go
counters.
anytime.
Stop.
Alright, I'll go calmly. I choose you.
I never miss.
Renard. Defense.
I'll take you all on.
Ta-da! Uzumi's turn.
I can actually attack. Something but somewhat rare.
Nah. Who's my opponent?
I can actually finish someone here. Yeah, I can finish Purple Heart.
The weakest disappear
My
first.
turn.
Yuni is the only one that really does damage. Stop.
I won't hold back.
Because she has an updated weapon, so
Mom, help me.
let's do like this, actually.
I'll leave the this
There's no
door
enemy
here.
I can't shoot down.
Speaking on if shit goes wrong. She's also out of items to use, so might as well.
Tired.
I shall.
All right, I'll go calmly. I can go anytime. Maybe I should just heal myself.
I'll be
I was
keeping
kind
a
of hoping
close
she
eye
would
on
die
you.
there, but guess it's better to kill Black Ark
The
here
weakest disappear first.
and do a bit more.
I've aired.
Okay, she's
Who
dead
wants
too.
to get
Nice.
defeated?
And
I
Stoifi.
won't hold back.
Okay, I guess the fight is won anyway, so.
I'll be keeping a close.
All right.
Oh, I'll mow you all down.
You consider what I mean with just extra turns in a row.
Who to choose?
All
Okay.
right, defeat it.
It was a bit of pain, but didn't die this time. Okay, so I actually have an important menu here. Like, there was one time where I forgot this menu and I basically threw the run, because if you die on dark green, then you have to redo the entire, also the dark CPUs, so let me do a formation first. Okay. Neptune, Uni, and the others are not important. Skills. Noir is going to get Medistation A. Blani is going to get Defense Support, and Jefferlican. One day Maren teaches me what the fuck this means. Now you're going to witness some high-quality gameplay in Please Counter.
I'll show you the power of a next-gen CPU.
Now, what shall I do?
My turn.
So I'm actually a big estimator of buffs in this game.
My turn. It's not a bad thing to be relied on.
Because they're underrated.
I choose you. I never miss.
And I'm a great Uni estimator especially, because I went picking up her weapon specifically because she's going to be my main damage for basically all the Dark CPUs fight, together with VIIR. And I used the defense buff from...
Who should I choose?
I used the defense buff from Blanc to prevent her from getting destroyed, pretty much.
It is my turn.
Because the CPUs in normal form are super squishy, and
There's no enemy.
as you can imagine,
Now it's my turn.
they have this bad habit of dying.
Who wants to get
Yeah, that was one unblocked, and it did almost nothing because I have the buffs.
There's no enemy I can't.
No matter who my opponent is, I'll mow them down.
My turn.
I choose you.
Bong.
There's no enemy.
Okay, poisoned.
I'll be the one to end this.
Like, large majority of the damage is from Uni's poison,
Battle tactics look like.
and like VIIR next XC actually does damage. The others, not so much.
Nice. Who's my opponent?
Already had three go through actually. That's quite more than usual. But
What shall I do?
fine. She is basically dead now. Yeah. Okay, so the first the first route we're going to be taking is the CPU candidates one. And I do a small adaptation, basically taken from the VIIR route, where I actually do use Esha. For no specific reason other than her being tankier than the Twin Sisters. Oh, I needed this one. I'm also taking the heal and rest on Rom for the same reason I took them on Uzume, because the Dark Black fight can go for way longer than it needs to, and you can run out of healing items. If you don't have that, you just die. But to be fair, if you get in that position, you probably die anyway. Since, differently from the CPUs in their next form, the candidates are squishy. And they can't really take the DMs. Besides, you wanted to see Dark Black, didn't you, Ify? It's actually pretty comfy. Like, it's not hard. Well, it's on paper not hard. In reality, it depends on if she decides to bully me or not. I'm going to find out now.
The world has gone mad. Then I'll believe in myself and fight.
Enough boasting. Come at me.
There is the problem they don't start transform, which is a big problem.
That one's the next target.
In this one, it's not annoyingly long, but it's hard because a single DM one-shots Ram.
Keep your eyes front.
You one-shots Ram and it barely doesn't one-shot Ram.
We have to do this. Nah. Who's my opponent? I'm all ready.
Enough boasting.
And I have no damage, so not much I can actually do other than pray.
There's no enemy I.
Now then.
Oh well, I do have damage, the damage is Uni.
Prepare yourself.
Everyone else is just cheerleading.
Find me first.
Who's my
Enough
opponent?
boasting. Come at me.
It's not even worth to attack because they do like 100 or 200 damage.
There's no enemy.
Now then, what to do?
Meanwhile, you can see the poison taking for almost 2000. It's 100 damage.
Alright, I'll go calmly.
And that's with buffs.
Who will fight me first?
There's no enemy I can't
Prepare
shoot down.
yourself.
I guess we have to do this.
I'll be keeping a close.
I'm all ready.
Enough boasting.
Alright,
Come at me.
I'll go calmly.
Prepare yourself.
Now then, what to do? I no longer have doubt.
I never miss.
Enough boasting. Come at me.
I'm all ready. I no longer have
There's
doubt.
no enemy.
I will never be a member.
It's always nice when Uni is the one that gets the counter because her counter is Venom. So
Keeping a close eye.
it basically saves me from having to apply it manually.
Come at me.
I'll go calm.
Talia can't really rely only on her.
I never
Can be kind of problematic.
Prepare yourself.
I guess we have to do this. I'll take you all on.
There's no enemy I can't shoot.
I will never be a memory.
Alright, I'll go calm. I'm all ready.
Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
There's no enemy.
Okay, she's almost dead.
I no longer have doubt.
I will never be a
I'll
memory.
take you all on. I'll go calmly.
There's also the problem with buffs that they last 3 turns, but it's 3 turns on the person they are on.
You are
Okay,
finished.
safe.
Well, there was
It's return on the person they are on, so I can't just recast them every 2 turns on Neptunia. I have to basically recast them like every couple turns, because basing on when they get counters, they go earlier or not. So let's see if I manage to not get lost in here. Here's another pretty confusing labyrinth.
like a bunny.
Yeah, I never noticed the sky is actually like, what do you call those? A sphere.
Like a bunny.
Boing, boing. And but, like, this is where I usually get stuck on PS5. Because the corrupted CPU fight crashes. Not the corrupted, sorry. The
Is that enough
squids.
handicap for you?
Enough boasting.
Squids.
Come at me.
Who should I target? I'm at the
Because the CPU clone fight crashes. It always crashes. I said I've managed to make it through it once in over 30 attempts. I have no idea why it crashes on PS5 specifically, considering it's the same as the PS4.
like a bunny.
Oh come on, I wasn't close. 5 speeds.
Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
My turn. I'm at the top of my game.
Let's finish. You were due.
Jump. Like a bunny. Jump.
This is another obnoxiously long fight. Like it takes a lot. This boss are just far too many points.
I'm all ready.
I'm not sure why he has so
I'll
many.
be keeping a close
This
eye on.
does.
I no longer have doubt. Who will fight me first? All right, I'll go calmly.
I'll be keeping a close eye.
I will never be a memory.
Okay, this is the last you see of this show. Hope you enjoyed their presence.
I guess we have to do this.
No.
There's no enemy
Stop
I
bowling
can't.
lollies.
I'll take you all on. I no longer have doubts.
Okay.
Something you don't see often is that the characters have a small happy face when they're buffed. You don't really see it often because most runs don't use buffs.
There's no enemy
It
I
is small
can't
happy
shoot
face, I
down.
love it.
I'm all ready. All right, I'll go calmly.
I can do this.
I'll take you all on.
Nah. Who's my...
I won't hold back. Now then, what to
Yeah,
do?
this should be enough.
Okay. I'll do
No, I
this.
didn't have a space yet. Okay.
As I expected.
Now the CPU side. You have another small menu here too. When to give the weapons I looted 3 years ago to Pompa and IF.
This look okay?
The other ones who love it. Don't forget their offensive skills though, just in case. This is an obnoxiously long fight
Oh, so you are my opponent.
because you don't have the CPUs, as in can transform.
What should I do?
More than enough.
And a punch shield, yes. And here I will be doing a lot of abuse of the swapping
Taking you down.
because I have very low damage and the best way to kill stuff is to keep getting 2 turns at once.
I'll finish it this turn.
Yes, I'll go full force.
I'll crush you.
I've been waiting.
Hmm. And ironically, IF has the best weapon here.
What shall I do? Attack. Are you ready?
Oh god, the crash. Speaking of, this is how the game occasionally crashes on PS5 too. I was surprised we didn't get a single crash so far. I'm kinda worried that I have to do Darkness Beast again. Okay, let me relaunch it. I think OBS should have picked it up. Yep, it did. I'm on PC, that's the problem. With this one. Yep. I have to redo the Darkness Beast fight, which is why it's annoying. Let's see if it's only... It's always with Bert too. That's the weird thing. Every time I had Crusher, it was with Bert on screen. They have no idea why specifically Bert.
Looks like a strong one's shown
I
up.
will never be a memory.
I'll take you all on.
I'll be keeping a close...
I won't hold back. Now then, what to do? All right, I'll go calmly.
keeping a close...
Enough boasting. Come at me.
I'll heal everyone. I no longer have doubts.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
Okay, I'll do this. I'll take you all on.
I never miss.
I shouldn't push
I'm not
myself.
gonna.
I'll be keeping a close... I'll bring...
Big
It's
guys.
my turn. Now then, what to do? All right, I'll go calmly.
Run.
I'll be keeping a close eye.
Should be fine.
I'm all ready. What should I do?
Okay. Probably very fast. I'm going to do a big brain here. Let's see, if Vert is the problem, then I can just not use Vert.
How is it? Does this look okay?
But there is another Vert I have to deal with.
Annoying.
What shall I do?
I'm taking you down. More than enough.
So we're going to assassinate Vert
My
first.
opponent.
Well, kinda.
Sorry, I'll go full force.
My turn.
I'll nip you all up.
I will attack. I'll end this.
Are you ready?
I'm not...
I'll nip you all up.
No, that was an XC. That's illegal.
It's me? I'll try.
Strike first. Ask
Now,
questions
who
later.
should I fight? Got it. I'll leave. So you need me after all. What shall I do? What should I do?
We should have got the guard black on Vert.
Finally, it's my time to shine. My turn.
I'm a force of fury.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Sorry, I'll go full force. I'll crush you. Can't wait, can't wait.
It would be nice if they stop XCing on my face. Okay, Vert is gone.
I would...
That's not, I don't mind you relying on me. Leave things to me.
Leaving things to you. It is funny when Compa and IF are your highest damage dealers in a fight. It sounds like a meme.
I'll end this all.
Well, that is kinda this fight.
Now, who should I fight? Strike first. Ask questions later. Me? I'll try.
Sorta. I already have one death and one crush so far. So we could say I'm winning.
My turn.
Finally, it's my time to shine.
I'm a force of fury.
I did not tune this.
Your nap is about to die.
Strike first, ask questions later.
Where's Neptune? Let's see her. Oh, there it is. Oh, something like that. Not really smaller, I'm afraid.
I'll finish it. Wait,
No,
here I go.
that's rude. You don't kill Uzume.
Leave it to me.
Okay, Neptune is gone.
Now then, who wants to
No
die?
more. I should probably try that on PS5 at some point, to do the fight without VIIR, essentially. And see if the fight doesn't crash.
Who should I fight?
Could be an interesting experiment. Nah, we're not related. We know each other, but we're not related.
Finally.
Who's the target? Done.
Okay, now let's go. Fight is almost over.
Knew
Yeah,
I
last
wasn't
one.
the reliable one.
I'll end this all. I'm not.
Now, who should I
All
fight?
right, into the specimen book.
Oh, so you
I
need
think the
me
mime
after all.
being your dad. That's new to me.
I've been waiting. I'm all ready. That's nothing. Leave it to me.
What should I do?
Finally,
I wanted to remind you that I could be your dad if iffy, considering the age.
Take care of
Oh, I done a mistake.
now it's time
I
for
need
me
to
to shine.
Should not have put VIIR in before crash.
Just leave everything first. Now, who strike first? Ask questions later.
Okay, safe.
How's that?
Pass the cock block.
I choose you. Full speed ahead.
I mean, basically it's possible. Basically it's definitely possible. Legal, well, that's a different problem.
Like a kangaroo.
That is the last of this kind of dungeons I have to go through. This one is pretty fast. Iron. I shouldn't need any more safety save now. The only one I'm going to take is in front of the Dark Orange Shoe, just to save time if I actually die. Oh, come on.
Oh, shoot.
I will attack. Are you ready? Who's next? Now, who should... It's my turn. Finish!
Boing. We are nearing the end, and we should be about on pace. 15 minutes behind the estimate. No, wait. 15 minutes behind my TB, which means I'm basically on estimate. As my PB is 15 minutes than the estimate.
Like a kangaroo.
Okay, there is actually nothing here, just a cutscene.
Can we just hang out here? Let's go.
Have fun. I went from your dad to your mom very fast. I don't want to test that.
Wonder what's inside.
So I'm picking up the Titan because it's going to be on Yuzume for later. It's mainly for the final fight. Yuzume has to do that one alone. And, you know, having a bit of armor ups. To be fair, it's not really my decision, it's more the game's decision. That crash on its own made me waste 4 minutes, so... But if the estimate was 345, I'm going to be just about on the estimate. Potentially. But all it takes is a single death and I'm out of it. I mean, yeah, I could. Hold on. I could also get lost.
Like a kangaroo.
Considering my controller could decide to disconnect.
You have nice.
Can't blame the TV, I'm playing for the PC. If I was on the PS5, yes, I could blame the TV. No!
I can withstand this setback. I will attack. I've been under.
The controller can't be on fire, that's IF switch. That one is on fire. Hey. Cosmic radiation. I need to remind that. Okay, so Dark White is another case of not hard, just pointlessly long. Because I don't have unit to Poisoner, so it's just going to be very slow.
I'll show you the power of last station CPU.
And I can't really afford to bring in IF because she's going to get destroyed.
I can go anytime. No matter who my opponent is, I'll mow them to.
Who's my opponent?
Who wants to get defeated?
That's already the first attack going through. Luckily the CPUs are pretty
Who should I
funky,
choose?
so it takes more than one to kill them.
Who wants to get defeated?
It is my turn. Let's end this.
Now it's my turn to go. I can go anytime.
Who's my opponent?
Who should I choose? I can go anytime.
I choose you. My turn.
I'll be the one to end this. No matter who my opponent is.
Boing, boing. That's a lot of parries.
I'll deliver dreams, hopes, and
I can go anytime. Watch and learn what refined.
Leave this to me.
I'll be the one to end this. Now it's my turn to go on
My
the
turn.
offensive.
spiral dream.
Did you call for me?
I can go anytime.
This random sound popping every so often is boring me. Is my computer really going to explode?
Now, what shall I the one to end this? No matter who my opponent. Who's my opponent? Who wants to get defeated?
Okay, everyone, eyes on who's it.
Watch and learn.
I'm having you zooming in just to cover for when
I'll be the one to end this.
VIIR is not transformed.
Spiral?
So you don't feel scared to die when not
End this
transformed.
all splendidly. My turn. Now it's my turn.
Who's my opponent?
My turn. No matter who my opponent.
Leave this to me. Now, what shall I do?
Oh, and does this.
My turn.
Oh, that was a second attack going through. Oh, nice. Looking at the defense buffs.
Watch and learn what
Because when I was doing this without the defensive buffs, not like it only took was 2 attacks, then the entire party gets wiped.
I choose
It's
you.
nice, as you can imagine.
Who wants to get defeated?
Oh, she's out of space. Not nice.
Who
That's
wants to
3
get
attacks going through. It's not going very well.
Who should I choose?
We need to restock on items too.
Leave this to me. Now, what shall I do?
My turn. Now it's my turn to go up.
So she is almost dead at least.
I choose you.
Might actually die before the next turn anyway.
I'll deliver dreams, hopes.
Never mind, it does no damage.
I'll be the one to end this.
Okay, here we go.
What a wimp.
What a win!
Can't we just hang out here?
Okay, now I actually have to cut. So I'm bringing Uni back in.
I'm home. Let's try
We
going
are nearing the end.
full speed ahead. Like a kangaroo. Boing. Jump.
Well, those bitcoins might be spectral.
Kangaroo.
Okay, first Dark Orange fight, which should be painless. Cool. Because this time I do have Uni.
Now, let us begin our battle.
I'll be the one to end this.
Already starting with a non-block
No
attack.
matter who my opponent is, a moment.
Not ideal, but we're going to survive in some way. I'm not going to bring Uni straight in, I'm going to wait one turn for the buff zone.
I'll be the one to end this.
I choose you.
Watch and learn what.
Let's end this.
Who wants to get defeated?
Now, what shall I do?
There's some good music.
My turn. The real star is here now.
The real star is indeed here.
There's no enemy.
My actual damage for this fight.
My turn.
Now, what shall I do?
Watch and learn what refined battle.
I'll be the one to end this.
Nah.
I choose you. Who should I choose?
Who wants to get defeated?
I never miss.
I'll be the one to end this.
No matter whom I
I never miss.
It is my turn.
Who wants to get
You can see the poison doing all the work there with those 2000
My turn
ticks.
to go on the offensive.
I'll deliver dreams.
I'll be keeping a close eye on
I
you.
can go anytime.
Ta-da! Uzumi's turn.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Time for the star to appear.
Nah.
Are you still struggling?
I'll be the one to end this. This is the
It is my turn.
Oh, that was so close. Well, I guess one more turn.
Who should I choose? And you're done.
Okay, now we are into the true end part.
Tens are up.
my turn.
Spiral? I'll send. Can't we just hang out?
Onwards.
I choose you. Let's go.
Jan should stop investing into pineapple pizzas. That's how he's losing all his money. Okay, so not to get lost again. I hate this place. Hey, for once the fish is not under the stairs. I almost always have him here, in this fight. So I'm going to be picking up the weapon for Uzume, since she actually has to solo the final boss.
You let your guard down.
What should I do? My turn.
This enemy decided he wanted to stay on the way, so I'm killing it. Come on. Oh, come on. It's spawned on my face.
Warp.
Dum, dum, dum.
This looks frickin'.
Oh, I never noticed there's an item up there. I wonder what item it is. Most likely nothing useful, but... It should be here, then here. Okay, successfully cleared the last labyrinth. So this boss isn't exactly anything weird. I'm just going to do something similar that I did to the guy I did in Dimension Passageway. I can try it. As in, basically just guard with Neptune until she's in next form, next XC, repeat.
I won't hold back.
All right, into the specimen.
Leave this to me.
So tired.
Let's end this. All right, I'll go calmly.
Making sure that Neptune has the buff when she uses the next XC.
Uzumi's turn.
Let's end this. I won't hold back.
All right, into the
Unfortunately, VIIR is basically negative damage at this point. Does literally nothing. She's still with her starter weapon, basically. Just the one we got there at some point in the second dungeon.
spiral tree.
All right, I'll go calmly.
You can see her tickling here.
Finally.
Leave this to me.
This should be really enough. Probably not. No point in waiting. Oh, goddamn, look, it's scary. Oh, well, see one. Okay, on board for the final boss.
Let's try going here.
So setting up the party for the final boss. More Blanc, VIIR, Blanc here. Then, no wait. VIIR here. Uni here. And Uzume here.
Let's try going here.
Enough
Do
crashes.
our best.
Small correction, please.
Like the kangaroo. Jump! Jump! Boing! Like
I
the
still need to try to
kangaroo.
finish with the Salute Zumen, so I hope I don't fuck that one up. It's not like a PB pairs or anything like that.
Like the kangaroo. Boing!
You have to account for the 20 seconds of animation.
Jump! Like the
Now, there is no way I finish in 3 minutes. Literally no way. It's going to take me that much just to kill the Dark Orange. And then probably like about 5? No, less than 5, but like 3 or 4 just to do Kurome. Yeah, there is no way I'm winning this thing. That's guaranteed.
like the kangaroo.
Just barely off though. Like if I didn't get that crash, I would have been within estimate. Alas, we got the crash, so it's same as my almost world record. I would have got world record if it didn't crash.
The power of Leanbox's CPU.
Great start. Excellent start. Not only she got the DM through, she crit Neptune. I've seen bad starts in this fight, but this was beyond. Whatever, I didn't need Neptune anyway.
thing to be relied on.
Accept your nightmare.
I choose you.
I'll be the one to end this.
I'll be keeping a close...
Watch and learn what refined...
Let us begin the banquet of
I'll be the one to end this.
I'll deliver dreams.
Now, what shall I do?
Who should I choose?
Let us begin the banquet of illusion.
Now,
Wow, that's another one that went through. It's been ages since she decided to troll me this hard. Stop!
I pushed myself too hard.
What is this?
Leave it to me. Use...
So tired.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive.
Let us begin the banquet of illusion.
It is my turn.
There are so many go through within 3 turns.
This to me. The real star is here now.
Watch and learn what refined battle tactics look like.
So tired.
Accept I will. Let us begin the banquet
I
of
choose
illusion.
you.
Accept your nightmare.
Who's my
Who should I
opponent?
choose?
Let us begin the banquet of illusion.
Now, what shall I do?
Sorry, Spectre, we saw that.
Accept your nightmare.
I never miss.
Watch and learn what refined battle tactics look like.
This is impossible.
Nah. Who's my opponent?
Spiral dream.
Now it's my turn to go on the
There's no enemy I can't shoot down. I'll get things done.
You sure will have to.
I choose you.
Okay,
Who's next?
now the final boss. Quick check, do I have a lizard instance? And you haven't, nice. I'm going to play this one safe since I'm it anyway. We're trying to finish with Salutime.
Show me just how strong you really are. I'm not giving this up to you. I'll end this all.
So I'm going to just check how much damage it does. Okay, about that much.
You're nothing
I need to get her super low.
I'm a force of fury. Give it up, me. I'm a force of fury. You're nothing but the drag. I'm a force of fury. I'm not giving this up to you. My turn. You're nothing but the drag. My turn. I'll be the last one standing.
Now, who to choose?
I'm not giving this up to you.
Now, who to choose?
Give it up, me. I'm a force
Down,
of fury.
down, down,
I'll be
down,
the
down,
last
down, down.
one standing.
Now, who to choose?
I'm not giving this up to you.
Now, who to choose?
I'll be the last one standing.
My turn.
It sure is.
I'm not giving this up to you. I'm a force of fury. I'll be the last one standing. I'll end this all. You're nothing but the drag. I'll end this all. I'll be the last one standing.
It's a slow
I'm a force of fury.
and painful process to kill her.
I'm not giving this up to you.
My turn.
nothing but the force of fury.
Especially since I can't really risk too much, because RXC does about half of my points.
My turn. You're nothing but the dregs. I'm a force of fury. Give it up, me.
Now, who to choose?
I'm not giving this up to you. I'm a force of fury. You're nothing but the dregs.
Now, who to choose?
Give it up, me. I'm a force of fury. I'm not giving this up to you. I'm a force of fury. I'll be the last one standing. I'm a force of fury. You're not Nexie.
Now, who to choose?
I'll be the last one standing.
My turn.
Give it up, me. I'm a force of fury. I'm not giving this
I'll
up
end
to
this
you.
all.
I'll be the last one standing. I'm a force of
Slowly,
fury.
she's going down.
You're nothing but the dregs.
I'm not getting many
Now,
counters,
who to
sadly.
choose?
I'll be the last one standing. I'm a force of fury. Give it up, me.
Now, who to choose?
I'm not giving this up to you.
Now, who to choose?
I'm a force of fury. You're nothing but the dregs.
My turn.
I'm not giving this up to you.
Now, who to choose?
Being cornered. I'm a force of fury.
My turn.
I'll use this.
Okay, we're getting close.
Now, who to choose?
Being cornered.
My turn. My
Very
turn.
close.
Being cornered.
My turn.
Okay, I need... Mm-hmm.
I'm a force of fury.
I'm not sure one kills.
Don't
I'm going to do this.
Now, who to choose?
Okay, so if this one doesn't kill anyway, and I can still recover. There we go. No, I pressed the wrong one. I'm so bad. Jesus. Oh, no Salutsume. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong
A
one.
few months
Oh,
apart
well.
in Zero Dimension
I'm sorry for the
also
lack of
revived,
Salutsume. I was
as
meant
if
to.
coinciding with Uzume's revival,
Ah, whatever.
and have become an independent dimension.
Yep, 350. Pressed the wrong one. That wasn't the Salutsume button. Whatever. 350. Acceptable considering how much that happened in this. Just slightly overestimate. And that was Neptunia VIIR.
Yay! Welcome to the truth. Thank you for
Thank you for
playing
staying around, people.
Woo! And the crowd goes wild. Man, I wasn't sure what would happen after I got attacked by.
You can take it
Worldie.
back whenever you want, Maru.
I'm so thankful Nepgear and the others came. I escaped just in time. To be honest, I was preparing for the worst. So,
What happened while I
the
was
time
gone?
when I asked for your
I have so
help,
many
I
messages.
was actually talking about Kurame. It turned out that Kurame.
Nah,
was
I don't know. It's
infested
like
with
2 minutes or 3.
Kurama's
You can
vengeful
cut it.
feelings. It was impossible to get her to let go of her desire for revenge.
But this is not part of the run. The run is basically already ended.
As it turns out, I heard
Now we can go to
from
Ify, considering we are already beyond estimate.
the
It's
time
no
we spent
point.
together was a waste. Hearing that made me feel like
So yeah, you can go
truly hurt
on the
me.
next one.
I'm really glad about that. This happy ending is all thanks to you. And even though you're in another dimension, you helped us so much. You're a part of game industry forever.
Goodbye, chat. It's been nice to be around for you. Sorry for failing the next to the last click.
Please remember this.
Oh, next time, hopefully when I recover.
Always